That is true. It's all right. We're not a family friendly podcast anyway.
We're barely a podcast.
We get a podcast. We're barely a podcast. I got over 1,000 downloads last month, or this month. So I'm pretty.
That's more than my podcast.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's definitely more than Angelo Chow's podcast.
Daniel's a freaking guest on that show. I want to see if it's working. Let me see.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So the live stream is live.
Wow,
And streaming.
We have no viewers.
Imagine that.
So Bob, you're wrong there. And
Wait, what?
we have 0 viewers. Normally we have like 10 at this point.
It says 1.
It's Pam.
It says 1 now.
Wait, no, it might have been your phone.
Yeah, it was.
It was him looking at his phone to make sure it's working.
All right. Normally we have a lot of. Yep, there it goes. It says 0 now. All right, so we're gonna do this. Alex is also a judge, guys, but he's not available. Nor is I don't think his technology is working. So he said his PC wasn't working. So, and we already figured out that we can't do this app we're using via phone very well. So, all right. So I guess we'll get down to it. So we're gonna be coming from Steven's questioning. So I'll just transition from that.
So James, when I mute an ODS, whatever those letters, OBS,
OBX.
OBX, do I just click the? Do I just click under the audio, and that mutes the stream?
I think that mutes this. Yeah, if you click that, it'll mute the stream.
Okay.
But let's try that. Actually, let's test that theory first before we.
All right. This is a test. I'm testing, and now it's unmuted.
Yep, it was muted. It was muted.
Okay, cool. So there is a part on the live stream that we have to mute.
Yeah, we're doing a giveaway for Give Kids the World. So, all right.
Don't reveal the details until Sunday.
Yeah, I don't want people signing up because a lot of people that watch the live stream might try to cheat and sign up before, or people that go back and watch the YouTube video.
Just you and I get an early start, Daniel.
Yeah. That's true. We have to kick you. Actually, Daniel won't be in. You'll be in.
I'll get the Vekoma hat.
Yeah, exactly. Daniel won't be. I don't think he wants to listen in on that part of the show.
I want the Zaire hat, actually. They should get,
Yeah,
they
it's
should have
a
a Zaire
Vekoma- it's a
hat.
Vekoma
We
hat.
should get a Zaire hat.
Okay.
I want a zero hat,
All right, so let's do this. You guys ready?
like Brutus.
So it's basically going to be. So who? Let's actually figure this out now. Who wants to give like second and third, and then who wants to give first, or who wants to do it like that order, so that way it's not like confused. Like I don't want it like in the middle of the show. You guys be like, "Oh, Timmy, do you want to do it, Daniel?" Like, who wants to do that? Who wants to do first place? Do you want to do first place?
I
Timmy?
can do first place.
Daniel, then you can do third and second. Then Daniel.
I'll do second.
Oh, so we're doing the announcements first.
Oh, you thought we were going to
Yeah.
do the beginning
I
of the
don't
show?
know.
The beginning of the
I
show,
have
we'll just
no-
go back and do it. No,
I
the
have
beginning of the
no
show,
idea
me and
what's
you will go
going on.
back and do after Stephen Amos. We'll do that after that. So we'll do the beginning and the last.
Okay, so everything is basically backwards.
Because if we had Daniel, Timmy, and all of us doing we'd have the longest show of all time, I think, if we had him doing the news stuff too.
Yeah, let's do it.
No.
That'd be fun.
No way. People tell me to keep the show under 2 hours. People don't like listening to shows over 2 hours. So, all right,
All right,
let's
let me tweet out.
all right.
First show over 2 hours.
I think we've done right at 2 hours before, but people start to get mad if you do it more than that. Are you almost ready, Daniel? I mean, Tim. I mean, Bob.
Nice. You mean Alex?
You sound like a parent yelling at their children.
Yeah, you sound like mine calling me Benjamin or Daniel. They don't know who I am anymore.
What's your
Calling you-
name?
We're calling you. Never mind. I don't remember your sister's name. I think about it. Sophie. Is it Sophie?
Yeah, yeah. It is.
Yeah.
No, they don't get her
Instagram.
confused. That's
I only know that because of Instagram. I don't stalk her. Trust me. I only know that because she followed me on Instagram. I'm sorry.
She's
Any
out
funny
of the
thing-
league, James.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, she's part of my age group. She'd go to jail. She- straight to prison for safety.
Anyways, Bob. So Daniel has a
Wow.
sister.
Yeah, Bob. All right. And she likes coasters, Bob. All right. You ready? Did you send her the tweet out, Bob?
I sent a tweet out. Everybody's letting me down here. I was like, there could be people that want. We have less than a normal amount of people.
I know we do. I didn't think it was that big. I don't think people care that much.
We really ended our 2K game early for
Yeah,
this.
but see, you do realize though, if we wouldn't have done this, you would have got like 10 people writing in like, you said we were going to live stream and it wasn't there.
Unlike it. Just kidding.
Hey, somebody's watching.
Hello. Nope. No, now it's one again.
It's Pam's really crappy hotspot, probably.
After the hurricane.
Post hurricane
All right, guys.
hotspot.
We're never gonna start the show. All right, let's go.
Yeah, we're not doing a show this week. We're just gonna live stream and that's it.
All right. Here we go. So I guess what I'll do is I'll introduce you guys. Then Timmy will go. Oh no, Daniel will go for.
So it's Daniel with 3, 2, and then
yeah,
one.
and then you'll do one.
I'll do 3, then I'll do 2.
Yeah, no, do 2 and 3.
Do one. We'll just go up from one, just so like.
Why don't we just go over every photo, give our deep insight and thoughts?
Yeah. Oh God, that was the longest show ever. I guess we can give honorable mentions though. Let's just do that. I'll just list off the photo. Actually, I'll list those off after. Never mind. It doesn't matter. Everyone already knows them. I said it last week. Never mind. All right, so,
Oh my God.
all right. Let's do this.
Oh.
All right,
Hey,
guys,
we have
ready?
2 people watching now. See, they're coming. If you build it, they will come. Nope. Wait. Now, I don't know.
Now it's one. Now it's one.
Now it's one.
All right.
Everybody's
Whoever's
letting
in
me
the
down.
live stream, write in the live stream, say you're here because Bob will love you forever. So I mean, you're gonna get Bob's undivided love.
I fought for you people in the live
It's just-
stream.
It's
You're
just
letting
me.
down.
It's just me, Bob.
I just went to the participants and it says just Coaster Talk podcast.
It's just me.
Oh man.
How
who is
am I watching
the,
my own li- It's me. It's just me.
why,
That's it.
why are you watching your live stream?
I don't know. I don't get why it's
To
saying
boost the
me.
viewers.
Whatever. All
To
right.
boost
Let's
his ego.
start. Hey, did you hear about Coach Talk Podcast live stream? We got one viewer.
I know this is crazy. Like we usually have like what? Like
300, 400 people.
we have like we have about 10 normally. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Here we go. You ready?
They're all gonna come after and they're like, what? We missed it.
That's what happens when you come too late.
Oh.
Come too early.
James is a family-friendly podcast.
All right. Here we go. Oh my God. Here we go.
Let's see how many times can we get James to say here we go.
Looks like I
Gentlemen,
picked the wrong
start your
week to stop
engines.
smoking. It's not all over again.
Gentlemen, start your engines. 3, 2. Please stop. All right. Here we go. 3. 3.
I can't
All right.
All I had to say was all right. And it made Bob stop laughing.
Oh
Bob.
my gosh.
He just muted
Here we
him.
go. 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much, Steven, for coming on the show this week. It was awesome to get those questions down. It was awesome also for the giveaway. We're really glad that you got to do that. All right. What the fuck I'm talking about? I'm going to not do that.
You're all done. Yay!
Wait. All right. I'm going to redo that. All right. Here we go. 3. Wait. Hang on. Wait. Why is it saying new recording? All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
I think every time you stop and start again, it's gonna make another one of those recordings.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
that's
no.
what happened. Bob knows that's not good.
That is not good.
All right.
Oh my
Let's do one
God,
more
that is
time.
not good at all.
I know what I'm gonna say, so I just didn't say it right that time.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to stop smoking.
All right, here we go. 3, 2. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Steven. It was awesome to be able to ask you some great questions, and it was awesome for you to give away some of those awesome merchandise that you gave away on our show this week. It was deeply appreciated. All right, but now joining us is 2 guests. We're going to have 3 on, but it's only 2 due to some technical difficulties. We have Daniel from DP Coaster Photos,
Hello there.
and we have Timmy from Midcourse Media.
Hey, how's it going?
And no, we're not just randomly having them on. There's a reason we're actually doing the photo contest results live on this week's episode of Coaster Talk Podcast. These are results that me and Bob have not heard yet. We had 10 photos last week. The judges, Daniel, Timmy, and actually Alex as well from Zero G Coasters, who's not able to get on because of technical difficulties again. We had him on, and they all 3 got together and they figured out the top 3 photos from this photo contest. They have the results with us today, and it's live. Me and Bob have not heard them, so this is live for everybody to hear.
Yeah, so I just want to say, James and Bob, you guys suck, because that was an impossible
agree.
challenge to narrow down those 10 photos you gave us into the top 3, because they were awesome, all of them, in their own way.
They were.
Yeah. So, yeah, everyone who that we got the photos that we saw were just excellent. Everyone continue crafting, no matter if you didn't get a position, if you didn't get a first, second, or third, just continue crafting your own photography skills and keep shooting. But I guess should we get into the who's third, second, and first?
Yeah, I'll do like the little commentary. Number 3.
It's like a Watch Mojo video.
Exactly.
All right, number 3. It is Millennium Force. This is the one with the train in it, and you can see the whole, all the riders, and it's coming around one of its overbank turns, I believe.
Yes.
The 3 of us just love the editing behind it, the colors, and just how well it displayed a good photograph composition and color and editing wise.
Yeah, it really popped. It was really good editing, as well as composition and all that too, obviously.
Number 2.
So this one is Verbolten, the one that was taken at night with the firework display. That firework display was just totally unique, and I've never seen that angle before, from the river's bottom and the shine of the track with the shadow of the track, and you saw all the architecture of the coaster and hillside. I loved it. It was pretty.
It
cool
was
to
really
see the
unique.
firework.
That's definitely, I would describe as one of the most unique photos we got. Yes, a lot of them were, I'm not gonna say generic, but like photos that everyone could kind of think of. Getting that awesome like firework next to it was really out of the box thinking, and it was really awesome. I thought that was really cool too. It almost looks like it's a daylight photo because of that firework. I was saying that on last week's show. You have to really look and be like, oh wait, that's not the sun. That's a firework blasting off.
Yeah, almost. It was pretty well made.
Number 1. Here we go. This is the drum roll.
Insert a drum roll
Yeah,
and
I'll have
everything.
it.
We've all been waiting for.
I'll just make you guys wait longer.
Here we go. There we go. There's the self-made Coaster Talk podcast drum.
And
Number-
James's desk just collapses right now.
Yeah. At number 1, we have El Toro.
Oh,
It was an amazing pan shot of the drop. It was just edited like just perfectly. The pan was really good. It was a really good pan of the drop. The composition obviously was really good. It was a really good photo overall. We both all just agreed that it was definitely the best photo in the contest.
And coming from a photography technical side of it, I mean, panning shots in and of themselves are challenging in and of themselves, but a vertical pan shot, horizontal, like on, when you see those from Dragster's launch, I'm not going to say those are easy, but those are easier. Vertical, I mean, I have a challenge with those, and a vertical of the drop of El Toro, that was just fantastic and captured really crisp and clear. What talent is behind that is excellent.
All right, well that does it, guys. Number 3, Millennium Force. Number 2, Revolt. And number 1, El Toro. So everyone that sent those photos in, you did a great job. There were some really, like Daniel stated before, really great photos in this contest. I can't wait to do that. This is probably gonna be an annual thing that we do. So we'll have you guys back on every year, and we'll do something like this. I don't know if we'll probably switch up the prizes every year, but I would like to do this maybe annual, maybe every other year. I don't know. We'll figure that out as we continue throughout the year. But some great photos got sent in. Thank you guys so much. Those 3 photos, again, anyone that's listening to this, if you sent that photo in, we will contact you very shortly. I'm sure you're listening to this Sunday as it's being released, possibly because you want to know if you won or not. But we will get in contact with you very shortly. I'll email you, and we will send you guys your prizes. So thank you guys all so much for submitting those photos. They were great. Again,
There are a
thank
lot
you.
of great photos. A lot of great
Yeah,
photos,
indeed.
especially
Yeah, they
for
were
our
all
first
really good.
one.
Yeah, exactly. This is our first ever time doing this, and
And
I
I
overwhelmed.
think there was only one that we threw out of the competition because there was somebody messing with me and taking a picture of Still Vengeance sign with the drop in the back.
and yeah, and the funny thing is, I never stated this on the show because we weren't going to bring it up, but that photo was really good. It was like really, like it was really it popped. Like the sign was almost like the back was almost blurred a little bit, so like the sign popped. I was like, man, that's actually really good too. But we got it out.
It was a good quality photo, but oh my god, there's so many of those photos around. I'm so
But
tired of
it
seeing
wasn't like a phone photo. That was what I was waiting for. Like someone has to take it with a phone, but it was like someone took it with a nice camera instead of almost
Yeah,
just a straight
well,
bob.
Yeah.
That
People like spiting me for some reason.
it's fun.
Oh, trust me,
Yeah.
I know about it.
I know you all know about it.
I think I have a unique picture angle to send in next year. It involves the double loops of Loch Ness Monster. No one's ever taken that.
Oh god, that's almost as bad.
Well, yeah. All right, guys. Well, that is our photo contest. Thank you so much, Daniel and Timmy, for coming in and giving us the results. Thank you guys so much for making those tough decisions for us. And again, we'll be doing this again next year, most likely. So we'll have you guys back on and send in some good photos next year. So mark your calendars, guys. It'll be probably next year at this time. We'll be doing the Kosher Dog Podcast Photo Contest Volume 2. All right, we're good. All right. That was actually a lot shorter than I thought it would be.
That's what she said.
Oh,
So I guess me and Bob can actually go back and just record the rest of the show now. That way we don't have to stay up till 11. All right.
can you do that in 30 minutes before?
Yeah,
that's-
Sun's on?
And then we'll record the ending of the show after Bob. Like we'll record the.
Oh my god, I'm so confused.
So we're gonna go right now. All right. So
No, I
Daniel,
know. I think I
you can
got
leave.
it.
Timmy, you can leave. If you guys want to leave, or if you want to stay and listen, I'll just mute you, Daniel, and Timmy. You have to go sit over there. Do you want to stay in and listen, Daniel, or do you have to?
I want to
go?
listen.
No, I'm gonna get off. Thanks though.
I know it's okay.
You
All
can
right.
join the live stream and make me feel better.
Would it make you feel better or James feel better?
No,
I
me,
don't
because
care.
James was like, we're just not going to do a live stream, and I'm like, no, like people might want to listen to like all this stuff that you were talking about. I'm like, let's just do the audio only, and he's like, no, nobody's going to turn. I'm like, people will tune in, and like we started, and there's like nobody there, and James is like, see? I'm like, but we actually have some people in there now, though.
Okay. Before I
Oh,
go,
Pam-
James,
what?
do you need me to download the MP3 track or anything?
Nope, I can do that on my end.
You got that over there. Okay. Just
Yep,
want to make
we're
sure you
good.
don't lose my part of the stage.
No. All right.
Yeah, I'm filling in for Daniel and Alex now.
Yeah, it's just like number 3. Nobody knows who number 3 and who number 2 were.
Just an absent void of sound.
And number 2 is. And number 1 is.
Drum roll.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. All right, Daniel. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me on as a judge.
Love you.
Love you.
All right.
Take care, y'all.
Take care.
Have a good one.
See ya.
See you at Hollywood. Just kidding. All right. So
So I
now
think
it's just me and Bob.
the
Timmy's still here, but
I'm just gonna sit here and just talk randomly because I'm not gonna be able to hear anything. It's gonna be delayed.
you're
I'm
gonna
gonna
just
go.
talk to yourself.
Do you want to put this chair back?
I want to put it inside of me.
Actually, we're gonna play 2K
Whoa.
later. Just do that.
Yeah.
So I'm not sitting on the floor.
Like, I can't hear Bob. Bob, are you there?
What? Yeah, I'm here.
Why can I not hear anything?
I don't know.
Oh wait, are you plugged into your?
Oh, I'm not.
You-
I unplugged this. All right, there we go. All right, now
You
I
can hear me
Bob.
now.
It's
All right.
working, that's pretty cool.
All right.
All
Let's go
right.
back.
So anybody on the live stream, just to let you know, we're doing this in different segments. The podcast release is going to be in a different order. I hope, because there would make no sense in this order. And we're doing audio only because we have
It's
a
just-
guest.
It's just the beginning of the show is just like the intro, and then it's like, all right, we're back from this. Thanks, Stephen, for those questions. And
Exactly. Yes, you did not miss some of the podcast. If you're listening on the live stream, you're just listening to it out of order.
Indeed. All right, so I think we'll just start off talking about the dinosaur thing because that's kind of funny. Maybe you can talk. Maybe you say that. Maybe you can say something like, "Did you hear about that flying dinosaur or something?" And I'll be,
Okay.
and I'll be like, "Wait, the one in Japan?" And you're like, "No."
The
There's a flying coaster in Universal Japan Studios Japan called Flying Dinosaur.
oh, I missed that. Hey, penguin, proper penguin.
Hey guys, you just missed the photo contest. You'll have to listen to the episode now.
Spoiler alert: 3 people won.
We had a third, a second, and first place. All right. So, do you want to talk about the Geauga Lake thing too, or do you, I just put that in there just in case? You think that's kind of interesting?
Not really. That's been going on for like the last 6 years.
Yeah, that's what I
It's
thought.
the same thing has just been like, I don't know why it even leaked. It's like, oh, this is news. It's not news. It's just.
Okay, Bob. I get
And
it.
then we'll talk about the polar coaster too.
Okay, I get it. You're kind of breaking up now.
I am.
Yeah.
Why'd you just gray out on the? Oh, now you didn't. That was weird. On Zencaster, you just kind of grayed out and then you came back. Wonder if that means you lost connection. Oh, you grayed out again.
I don't know why I'm graying out. I'm not on Intimate 305.
I don't know. Are you're hearing me okay? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Yeah, I think it's your internet, James. Again. So this time, his internet doesn't affect the live stream because I'm actually live streaming. Are you back for real? All right. See, it's kind of nice that it doesn't affect the live stream when your internet starts sucking like that. Yeah, I did. I saw that. I told you about that. No, because you told me about something else, like the rumor going around about SeaWorld. And then I said, well, I just got the email about Sesame Place's Platinum Passes. It's not me, it's you. Hey, guys on the live stream, am I breaking up at all? No, because you keep graying out, which I think it means you're losing connection to Zencaster. No, yeah, I'm not breaking up. Yeah, it's your internet. Because right now you grayed out again. James really needs to get new internet. Huh? Why? So why do I have to restart the stream? Yeah, it's working. Wait. Let me see. Oh, no. Yeah, I gotta refresh. You're coming through? No, you're not coming through. All right, let me... I don't have to restart the stream. I just have to refresh Zencaster.
All right, let's. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
My Wi-Fi is working fine, so I don't know why you're
Yeah,
breaking up there.
Well, you keep graying out, and everybody's saying that I'm not breaking out. That like I'm fine. Like my audio is fine on the stream and everything.
I cannot. You keep breaking up again, so.
Yeah, he sounds fine to me too, but the stream's coming from my side. So,
Am I breaking up then?
huh?
James, she said James sounds fine too.
Yeah, you sound fine to me too.
Oh, because it's recording it from my end too.
Yeah, I don't know. But the thing is on Zencaster, both the stream Zencaster and my Zencaster, you keep graying out, which
I don't know
means
why
you're losing connection.
we're breaking up then. Like it doesn't make any sense because it was just working fine when we had Daniel and Timmy with.
I mean, if your internet starts cutting
It's not
out,
my
that's what's
internet.
gonna
It's
happen.
not my internet. I've been on a hotspot this whole time. Let's just try to get this done. I think we're good. I think it sounds okay now.
All right.
Try talking again.
I'm talking.
Yeah, you're breaking up again. I don't understand. One more time.
I'm talking again. Can you hear me okay?
All right, I'm just gonna have to deal with you breaking up. I guess I'll just like you have to make out what I'm saying. Sometimes I have to make out what you're saying.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, wait, whenever you click
Crap.
Temporary co-host coming in.
Oh, I don't know what just happened.
All right, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I don't like the way that happens.
I'm gonna have to click. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that every time. It's gonna.
You're gonna have to just keep the stream and then edit the stream. Like just
Why?
Well, so we're not constantly resetting everything.
What are you talking about?
Like if you just keep the stream, can't you just pause instead of stop?
No. I have to start.
You can't
start,
pause?
I have to click start recording, and then when I click stop, and then it says create new recording. You have to create a new recording. That way, you're downloading separate files. I think.
Oh man. All right, so do you have the files now? You downloaded them all?
I have the one from our other recording.
Okay.
I haven't downloaded them. No, they're on the web. They're still on Zencaster. I can still access them.
Okay.
All
As
right,
long as
ready?
you're sure you're not going to lose them.
All right, we need to do this real quick. I don't even know if we're going to be able to do the full. I think it might be a little risky at this point to start. I don't think we're going to finish in 20 minutes. Normally, 20 minutes is like the first couple stories.
Yeah.
Do you want to try doing the wrap up? We can probably do the weekly poll. Actually,
Yeah,
no,
we
gotta-
could do that.
No, we can't. Because there's quite a few that are going to upset you, so you're going to go on a rant.
Oh.
I'll just give you a hint. Volcano is one of them.
No. Oh
And
my
Mystic
God.
Timbers, actually.
Oh my God.
Multiple Mystic Timbers, actually.
Breaking my heart. No.
Yep.
That's just not fair.
Yeah, so we can't do that right now. So I guess we'll just sit here and wait.
Well, maybe we should have Timmy come in. We'll just have a conversation. You guys in the live stream, you want us to just talk for a little bit till Steve
we'll
Amos
just-
is here?
Timmy can't hear you though, so I'll just have to tell him. Wait a second, we're not doing the Bluetooth thing again. All right, me and Timmy will just talk about stuff. How about that, Bob? You be quiet.
What?
Why does T3 suck?
Where do I start?
It doesn't
The only thing
suck.
good about it is
I'm
the
gonna.
paint.
I can mute Bob real quick. I'm just kidding.
I
I'm
can
just kidding.
kill the stream.
I mean, I have an OBS too. So I can just throw it
You guys are both just gonna be muted. They're listening to nothing.
up. We're both gonna like F it up. All right. I don't know. Hollywood Nights is tomorrow.
Is it? Really?
Oh.
He's upset.
I'm breaking my heart again. I want to go.
Yeah, we can. That's gonna be exciting. Very excited.
Hate you.
James's mom came in as like water slides.
Yeah, my mom was like, "Oh my god, tomorrow I'm gonna be riding water coasters.
Oh, I want to ride Mammoth.
I want to ride Mammoth. I want to ride Cheetah Chase. I want to ride Behemoth
Mammoth and Behemoth, right?
and Wildebeest.
Yeah, I want to.
What is that? Camp Wonderland.
I was like, is that one of them? I'm like, I know that's a B&M Hyper.
Yeah. Voyage.
I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go Hershey or something.
You're gonna get
Pam
a.
said-
What the heck? How can you go? I guess you can afford that.
Yeah, I can.
You could have
it's
just
my
used
home-
Pam's. You could have just used Pam's ticket and stayed with Pam. Used Pam's rental car and stayed with us as Pam, and no expense. I don't know if Pam would have let you do that actually, but Pam, would you let him do that? Yes or no?
There's still time, Bob.
Wait, Pam. Oh, Pam's not going. She's
Pam
not
has
gonna
a,
meet
yeah,
you?
she can't go. So I think she might have canceled her flight. But if she still has the flight, maybe you could use her flight.
I always knew Bob was gonna come along.
No, well at this point I have to work tomorrow, so
Holiday World is fantastic.
I know it's fantastic.
No, I'm talking about Proper Penguin
Oh,
said.
you got
He's
to
never
get to Holiday World if you have any possible way of getting there. You need to. It's an amazing park.
It
Where
is
do
probably the
you live,
best park.
Penguin?
He lives in Norfolk.
Norfolk.
Wait, what?
No, he lives in Hampton, I think. Somewhere like that. I don't know
Yeah,
if it's
it's-
I think it's Hampton. Yeah, Hampton.
Yeah,
Jeez, he lives in
Hampton.
Hampton.
I want to ride Voyage. Pam, I mean, it's
Voyage
drive
is
from
amazing.
Louisiana.
Okay. I heard there's not much to do down there now, anyways.
Yeah.
Where's it going inland? I haven't paid much attention.
It's actually
it
it's going to pass over Kentucky, but it's going to like barely touch Indiana, so we're kind of good. It's going to rain, but Holiday World said that they'll run in the rain, and they'll let us do everything in the rain, pretty much.
Well,
I already made sure of that.
That's cool. That's
Yeah, I
cool.
know. We're gonna get rain rides on Voyage.
Mm.
Rain night trimless rides on Voyage.
Oh, it's gonna be some wet wood.
You're killing me. You're killing me.
We're killing them.
You're killing me.
Texting your
Killing
mom.
me.
No.
Killing me.
We're killing you, Smalls.
Killing me, Smalls. Maybe I'll go to Kenny. No, I can't afford Kennywood. Hershey's about the only thing I can afford because I have a pass.
You could go to Dutch Wonderland.
That would cost me more than Hershey.
Yeah, true. You could go to Six Flags America.
Your home park.
I don't actually have. No, my home park's Hershey now.
His home park's Hershey now.
Oh yeah. Huh. I was thinking about going up there with my roommates, just like getting an Airbnb up there for a week.
I was thinking about we're gonna go soon. I think I'm gonna try
if
to
you
go
bring an
September.
air mattress, you can stay in my luxurious accommodations.
Right. My roommate asked, like,
Oh yeah, if we bring an air mattress box, so we can stay at his house. But it's still like an hour drive at that point, so
It's
I'd rather.
not too bad.
Yeah, but I'd rather stay like 5 minutes from the place. Like
For
I was
where?
gonna stay at the Hershey Lodge, and they were gonna give us like
Hershey.
an hour early exclusive ride time on Candemonium.
Oh.
Yeah, so I might try to do that.
When are you doing that?
Welcome to Kosher Talk. This is actual Kosher Talk. We were just
Yeah,
talking.
we're actually talking about
Probably off track.
coasters.
I'm not talking about coaster anymore.
We're talking about pictures. We're giving kids the world. This is so annoying.
What's it doing?
I don't think we've ever had
Making
this.
like a small.
What are you doing?
Your mom.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah.
So Kennywood and Idlewood only have like 5 more operating days. That's like really crazy. Are we talking about that, by the way?
Oh yeah, that was something I forgot to put on there. Can you put that on the rundown real quick?
Sure, I'll put it on. You gotta
Send,
format it.
Send the link though. Put the link in there, please.
What? I don't.
Because when I put it in the show notes now, so that people can actually like look at what we're talking about, so people can actually like. Fuck. Aren't they extending it to 2021?
Yeah, that irritates me.
Because you would have gotten one.
I totally would have. Like I would have been. It's ridiculous.
They wanted to test their true loyal supporters.
We all know Bob hates Kennywood.
I don't hate Kennywood.
He said he doesn't hate them. It was sarcasm, Bob.
Oh, I mean, sometimes I question what Palace is doing. Although I'm feeling a little bit better for some reason about them.
For some reason, I just want to do it in the road with Palace Entertainment.
Phoenix Fall Fun Fest. I could go to Knoebels. Ride to Phoenix.
We're doing that. Phoenix Fall Fun Fest. Not going to Knoebels. I haven't lifted my.
Let's have a bench off right now.
Not as bad as Superman in the rain. That was the most painful coaster ride I ever had in my life.
I bet you Voyage in the rain is going to hurt more. Voyage goes faster.
What?
You know what hurts a lot is I-305.
Actually, that's a lie. That's a lie.
Wait,
No,
what
it
is he
doesn't. I think Superman the Ride goes 70. Voyage goes 67, but it's close enough. It'll probably be that. It'll probably be
Superman
that.
goes faster, I
Same
thought.
after we're trimless.
Superman goes 70 miles an hour. I'm pretty sure. Maybe it's
Really?
like 72, but it's not much more than that. Are you talking about Superman the Ride at Six Flags New England, or Superman Ride of Steel?
Ride of Steel.
Yeah, Ride of Steel goes like 70.
73.
Watch it be like, yeah, I said maybe 72 or something, but I said maybe 72.
Yeah, you did.
3 miles an hour is not that big of a difference either way. So I'm sure Fury in the Rain. I think Timmy's in. I've done Fury in the Rain actually.
I haven't done Fury in the Rain. I've done I-305 front row.
I've done I 5 in the rain many times. Yeah.
Oh my god, that would suck.
that
Actually, I did
hurts.
that once, but not in the front row. But
Yeah, I did it in the front row. Yeah, and so did Timmy.
Surprisingly, for Bolton kind of hurts in the rain too.
Yeah, for Bolton does hurt in the rain. I've done that. I'm trying to think what else I've done in the rain.
Trailing.
Oh my god, Top Thrill Dragster I did in the rain. I just remembered.
Oh my god.
That
What?
hurt really bad.
what is wrong
That
with
sounds
you?
awful.
And Millennium Force in the rain. It was raining when I went, so I rode and it was raining and it hurt.
Oh my god.
You think the mayflies hurt?
Oh man, I can't. Oh, my face hurts just thinking about that.
Yeah, for Bolton in the rain does hurt. All right, let's see if Steven's getting there. Is your fucking kid asleep yet?
He's like listening to the live looking.
Oh my god!
James. Wonder if I could get into Busch Gardens. Probably not. Oh, look, I can get there for tonight.
Oh yeah, you should go to Busch Gardens.
There's no reservations open.
Who, Bob?
Yeah, there's no reservations.
Well, there is tomorrow, but I can't. Tomorrow morning, there's no way I can make it there for tomorrow morning. Plus, I work.
No, you don't.
I do.
All right, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go to the laboratory.
Ooh.
Hey, it doesn't reach. Timmy will keep you guys covered.
There's some interference coming from that side.
The amount of times I've had to be co-host for this podcast now.
I know. That stupid co-host keeps flaking out.
I know. Jeez, you had to move to like West Virginia or something.
Yeah. Penguin, you'll love Cedar Point. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I think it. Don't get your expectations too high about the park atmosphere, but the coasters are great. They have a great collection of coasters.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the atmosphere is kind of cool because you're surrounded by enthusiasts most of the time. I'd say.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's cool being out on the lake and stuff, but it just like the experience sometimes leaves some to be desired with the locker stuff and the don't take your phone. Put your phone in the locker. It's just I don't know. I don't know.
I hope you agree with. I hope he agrees with you and I, Bob, that Magnum is amazing and not with James.
Magnum is amazing.
That's what I'm saying.
It is absolutely amazing. Just imagine the fear of me being 11 years old.
She's like, I'm watching your live stream, and I'm like, wait, why do you see Bob? We're not doing a video. And she's like, but you're on right now. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not even in the room right now. All right.
Did you get your headphones back?
She's like, Bob's cracking me up trying to pronounce that hurricane's name, and I'm like, that was last week when Bob messed. That was 2 weeks ago. She's like, with Pam's in the live chat, and I'm like, no, that's the live chat from 2 weeks ago. You can-
She is.
she's
You said it's a meanie.
Yeah, he has bad opinions.
Your son's friends are meanies too. Hi, Jill.
Look at that proper, like
Punctuation.
just like a normal. No, I probably shouldn't say that. Don't want to leak anything.
Yeah, it's sometimes nice to like have a non-rider with you, but then I always feel bad. Like my mom will sometimes go with us because she wants to be with the family, but then like I still feel bad. Like she doesn't really want to ride much, but it's still just like it's like I don't know. What's going on over there?
Trying to see if Steven's almost ready because it's 10 minutes till show and he hasn't been active in 30 minutes. So
Oh,
it's gonna suck if he just never shows up.
He just gets cold feet. He's scared to do a podcast.
I'm wondering how many shirts.
I'd be scared to do this podcast. I'm always scared to do this podcast.
He said he's always
Every
scared to
week.
do this podcast. She said, "Don't make me
Yeah.
break bad on you, Bob."
I saw that. How she knows? I don't know if she was talking about me.
She knows where you live. Actually, no, she doesn't. I do, but
That's true. Pam knows where I live, so Jill can easily find out.
you guys all know where I live too. So I mean,
I know
Timmy's
I
literally
do.
in my house.
I am literally like 2 feet away from Jay. I could kiss him right on the lips if I wanted to.
Welcome to Coacher Talk Podcast.
I told you we'll stop talking about coasters eventually.
That'd be so funny if Steven listened to the live stream. It's like, all right, I'm not going on that show anymore.
Pam is always so far behind in the chat, I feel like.
Yeah, she does. She does always get lagged really bad.
She said, he
It's
said,
probably
he's
just-
agreeing with you.
I
It's
noticed
probably
that one
just-
time I watched too.
It's probably because she has an iPhone 4.
Well, and she's in Louisiana, where there's probably like only a couple cell phone towers left.
Even in Hampton, though, it's like this, though.
That's true.
Like she in like 10 minutes or in like 5 minutes she'll be like, "Hey, stop talking bad about my phone" or something.
It's like tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning we wake up and there's a comment on our YouTube video. Oh, here we go. I can't wait for it. Something's gonna come. It's gonna be like, I'm just like on the edge of my seat and waiting for it.
I'm excited now. The anticipation is.
Why don't you just never say anything just to spite us?
It's probably too late. She's probably already said something, and she's wishing she could go back now.
Delete it.
Oh man.
Put user in timeout.
I'll put you in.
She's really
timeout.
behind. God, it's been like I was exaggerating when I said 5 minutes. It's,
Right.
No, she
Literally,
usually is a couple minutes behind.
I thought it was like a minute or two, but it's been like almost that now. Oh, that wasn't the response I was looking for.
There it is. Yes, I lag.
Yeah, get on Proper Penguin's Wi-Fi. Get in
Yeah.
there.
Except she's not in Virginia right now.
Yeah, exactly. Get in there. All right, where is Stevano?
So Pam, you made it through the hurricane. Did was there any damage to your family's property? Okay, now we can start. We can start another conversation. 5 minutes. She'll continue this one. It's kind of weird not having video.
What should I say? Something.
Just be patient and wait a little bit longer.
I
What's-
guess I'll
what's
wait till
wrong?
10 when we're supposed to record, and then I'll message him.
Okay, yeah.
Like I've texted him like 8. I'm like 10, 10, 10, and it's 10. I feel like telling people what time to record doesn't really do anything sometimes.
Hey, I'm good at that.
Yeah, because you just get on whenever.
Yeah, I'm always at home anyways, or in my apartment.
Yeah. When do you go to class,
Knock
Timmy?
out the pre-show stuff real
He said,
quick.
"When do you go to class?"
Class. It's all online. Except for one of mine. They're all like early in the morning. Well, not too. They're like noonish.
Who are you talking to, Proper Penguin? Or Cam? We just revealed your true identity.
I had no clue until Pam said something a little bit ago. She texted James. Coaster count. I actually need to look at my coaster.
My coaster count, everyone. Okay, my coaster count's 238. 238.
What? Oh crap! What is mine?
Mine, I'm
215.
talking. I can't see.
He's talking.
I don't.
Bob's is 215.
I don't.
Mine's
Hold on.
202.
Is it now?
Yeah.
What did you get? Extra 3.
214.
No, we were at. It was the mountain coasters. and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, I forgot.
Your mom has one more than me.
Oh yeah. What? Who? Pam.
Yeah, no. I asked her if her family's property had any damage
When did you ask her that? Because I
a
didn't
while
hear that.
ago.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say I don't remember you saying that any time in the past minute or two.
Probably because it was 5 minutes ago. You probably just forgot.
55 is not bad. You're at where our friend Alex was at for like a long time, and
Yeah.
he was a coach enthusiast for like 2 years until he got to like
He's
My
almost at
niece is
100
at
now.
like 55.
yeah, his niece cheats the system.
Yeah.
She cheats the system.
No comment.
No, LJ is the one that kind of sort of cheated the system. Piper never did.
Shoot train. All right, I'm texting Steven. It's 10. You think I should wait till like 10:30?
11.
I don't know. see what he says.
Yeah.
Life happens. I know that all
Dang,
too
Pam's
well
got a
right now.
massive coaster count.
Pam cheats the system too.
Yeah.
She does. Because she's a school teacher. I think that's
She
like
gets-
the best. I
Yeah,
really
exactly.
seriously, being a teacher is like the best.
Exactly. They complain about their
like-
pay, and I'm like, but you guys get like 3 months
Well,
off.
I mean, well, no, I mean they should be more.
My aunt my aunt's told me like she's a teacher and she's like, I understand like it doesn't make it like most jobs get like a week or two off at the most. Some maybe a little bit more depending on where you're at. But I mean, to get 3 months off of your job and then like an added like
Yeah, but
3 weeks,
that's
it's almost 4 months off in terms
but that's
of.
considered in their salary.
I know.
They're not working
That's
at
why the
that
salary's
rate.
lower.
But it no, I'm not.
I,
I'm not gonna
that's
have
not,
this
that's not the
conversation.
discussion to have today. He's typing.
I told you to wait.
It's 10:01. We're supposed to be recording right now. Oh, he's calling. We can use him.
James, when have we
Yeah,
ever
Bob,
started?
shut up, Bob, shut up. He's gonna be calling in soon.
So if we screw up with the audio, I guess we'll just have to start, and you'll have
I'll just
to.
edit it. I'll just edit it out. Yeah.
Yeah. So, guys on the live stream, just to let you know, we're gonna, if you didn't hear before, we're gonna do a giveaway, and whenever that happens, I'm going to mute the stream. So don't panic. We'll be back after that little segment's over.
Hello.
Hey, Steven.
Hey, Steven.
How are you guys?
We're great. Great.
Doing well?
Do I sound okay? Does everything sound good on this?
Yeah, sounds fine to me.
Perfect.
Are you seeing that too, Bob?
What? It was flashing. Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
But it stopped
All right,
now.
it's better now. All right, cool. It's stopped now. All right, Steven. So basically, we are just gonna kind of transition into like we do a 2-part show. So like we do the first half and then the second half. So this is going to be starting off the second half. So it'll be like I'm going to be like we're back from this break and blah blah blah, and then I'll transition into here's Stephen Amos, and then so that's how it's going to work. In case you're like, wait, is this like
Yeah.
how does this work?
What
All right,
did I
just like-
miss? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
We pretend we know what's going on. We don't really, but
I love it. I love it.
All right. So we just have some questions, and then after we end the last question, I guess I'll let you know. I'll say this is the last question we have for you, and then after that question's answered, you can just kind of transition into. I guess you'll talk about the items you have to give away, and then we'll talk about how we're going to do that.
Oh yeah. Give me 10 seconds. I'm gonna grab them. They're right here.
All right. Cool.
okay.
I just packed the suitcase right now. I loaded up. We found a bunch of retro Coasting for Kids things from old years. So
Mhm.
the holiday world is going to get some fun stuff. I found handheld fans from Coasting for Kids. In case it gets to be 100 degrees, and I got old jerseys. I got to wear those rubber bands that say Coasting for Kids, and then I'm bringing last year's shirts also for anybody. So all right. So I got the Vekoma hat. I got that, but then I have like some. The shirts we used to do for Coasting for Kids in the back, they were jersey material. So the backside, so I don't know if you guys know, so Coasting for Kids from 2005 to 2014 was exclusively with Cedar Fair Parks. So these are the old school ones, and then they have all the coaster clubs on the back, and then they have all the theme parks on the back of it. So it's a pretty cool one. That's back when it's all the same groups. It's Coaster Crew, Great Ohio Coaster Club, Ace, Coaster Buzz, and theme park reviews on the back of this jersey. So I have a host of sizes. So if someone was size, we can hopefully hook them up.
All right.
Cool.
And so, how many shirts are there that we can possibly?
Let's do 2. I have
2.
I got a small, large, extra large, and I have a large. Just trying to make sure whoever wins. I have every adult size except for a medium.
All right. Cool. All right. That's cool. I think.
We'll make it work. We'll make something cool.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to bring you that Vekoma hat.
Yep. That sounds great. All right.
Cool.
So, Bob, do you want to transition in from the break, or do you want me to? I don't really care.
I'll let you do it.
All right. And you can start up. You want to start off with the first question though, Bob, or do you want to? How do you want to? Do you want to alternate?
I could do that.
I'll do the follow up after that. The follow up right here. This follow up right here.
Okay, works for me.
All right. So I guess I'll just be like, here's Stephen Amos, and then you can be like, yes, and then Stephen will say hello or whatever, and then you'll ask the question. All right, here we go.
Okay.
3,
Perfect.
2, 1. All right, and we are back from that break, and along with us is a very special guest. We have Stephen Amos from Give Kids the World Village, the Director of Development for the Village. Hello, Stephen. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Appreciate you having me. Thank you so much.
So, Stephen, can you start out just by kind of give us an overview of Give Kids the World? I know, like, it's kind of becoming a known thing for enthusiasts, but I know when I started, it was like, what is this? I didn't know much. So I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that haven't really heard of this. If you could just give us a brief, intro to it.
So we're an 84-acre property here in Central Florida, and we are the destination for any children with a life-threatening or critical illness whose one wish is to come enjoy places like Disney World, Universal, and SeaWorld, and we fulfill all the wishes for those kids. So to kind of put it in perspective, every other kid in the world wishes to come to Central Florida to have their wish, meaning 8,000 wish children a year are coming down to Disney, Universal, and SeaWorld. So our property, we house them, we feed them, we fly them in, give them rental cars, give them the theme park tickets for the entire week, and everything is cost free. So there's this great, parallel that these enthusiast clubs know that how passionate they are towards roller coasters and rides in general, and I think there's a direct correlation with that's what these wish kids are asking for.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes it could be one of the last opportunities to do so. These coaster enthusiast clubs have just been moving mountains over years, fulfilling countless amount of wishes for these kids. So the venue itself, we're continually growing every single year, adding new things, adding brand new rides here. So it's always such an honor for me to come on and speak on these shows because every year we're doing something different on our property.
It's fantastic.
Yeah,
And
that's great.
there's a way for enthusiasts to help out in particular, a lot of different ways, but one of the main ways is Coasting for Kids, the event that you guys host every year. Could you maybe explain a little bit more about what those are and where you guys are doing them in that nature?
Yeah, so Coasting for Kids has been around since 2005, and it really started taking off again last year, back in 2019, where we hosted the event in 16 theme. This year, the event was supposed to be, we're going to be doing this year, but the 4 parks that are still hosting the event this year are would be near record breaking to last year's number. So, the enthusiasts have started to mobilize to find the closest park to them. But the event is pretty simple. For anyone who raises $100 for Give Kids the World, they're given exclusive access. Park opens. And the theme parks, they never get enough credit. I mean, they're opening up these theme parks for free. They don't charge Give Kids the World anything, so that every dollar that is raised goes directly back to the mission for these kids. And on this Saturday, we're going to be having 3 of our parks going. So we're going to have Lake Compounce, we're going to have Kennywood, and then we're going to be part of Hollywood Nights with over at Holiday World. And then we're going to be at the last day of operation for Kentucky Kingdom for their season. Not as many parks, but we're still we're blown away by the
Bob?
Yeah, I think we lost him.
Think we did?
Who do we lose?
Yeah, you. now you came back.
Oh.
Your audio just kind of cut out, and the site was showing you went blank.
All right, we got that. I'm gonna create a new recording so we don't get all this in there.
All your acts have finished uploading. It's now time for you to close your tab.
Yeah. So what's going to happen is when James starts another recording, it's actually going to refresh your tab, and you'll have to allow your microphone access again.
I didn't do that time though. I think we just lost him internet wise.
Yeah, yeah, but whenever you start, it's gonna
All right.
refresh.
Yeah. Now. All right. So if you just want to continue with what you were saying, Stephen, I can edit it in.
Hang on 1 second. I'm gonna maybe it could be my Wi-Fi, so I'm just gonna change locations quickly.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm gonna sit.
Trust me, we understand
Ready
Wi-Fi
for,
issues.
browser. Like I just paid for nearly a gig. I had no difference in it. So do you need me to refresh anything on the screen?
So
Nope.
it will refresh whenever James starts the next recording. It'll probably
Which-
refresh and ask for microphone access again.
I don't think that that shouldn't happen unless we have internet problems again. The only reason I did that was because we lost you a little bit, so that it won't happen again unless we stop the recording again. All right, here we go. So if you just want to continue, do you know where you were at when we stopped? By chance, do you remember like what exactly you were saying or around there?
I talked the entire time, and then there was dead. I don't know when you guys lost me.
Yeah, that's the problem. So, it's nice because your computer still continues to record your audio, but we don't know when you're like we don't know when to stop. You know.
Well, is it just easier? Do you want me just to start the entire question all over again, and then?
I mean, we could do that. Whatever works best for you. I think we might be losing you again, though. Are you still there now?
Oh boy.
Yeah, I think his internet might be just about as good as yours, James.
Mine seems to be working all right tonight.
Yeah, so far.
Oh crap.
I told you we'd have technical difficulties somewhere. It's just not where I thought.
Yeah, I wish it had been on our end. That way it wouldn't have been. Oh, now he's gone. Oh boy. I honestly think we should just restart the whole.
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and start the new recording? Because it's going to refresh everybody's pages. Do you know what I mean?
All right, I'm here again.
Okay.
All right, I think we're just gonna restart the interview. Honestly,
Yeah, that sounds like a way better idea.
Yeah.
All right. So same functionality. I'll say hello, welcome.
Perfect.
We'll go to Stephen, and then Bob. You'll ask the first question.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yeah, and Steven, just so you know, like if there was a period where like your audio cut out, we'll just keep going through that because your computer should still be recording that, just as long as like we can tell when you stop. We'll be good. Should be anyway.
We'll hope.
In
Fingers crossed.
In theory.
All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome back from that break. Along with us now is a very special guest, Stephen Amos, the Director of Development for the Give Kids the World Village. Hello, Stephen. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
So, Stephen, when I first became an enthusiast, I actually didn't know what Give Kids the World was for the longest time. And I'm sure there's probably a lot of enthusiasts out there, many listening to our show, that aren't aware of what it is. Could you just give us kind of a rundown and a brief description of what Give Kids the World is?
Yeah, definitely. So Give Kids the World, we're an 84-acre property in Central Florida with the sole mission
fulfilling wishes for critically ill children whose one wish is to come to, meet Mickey Mouse or go see, Wonderful World of, Harry Potter, or go to SeaWorld and have this incredible theme park experience. When a wish child comes to Give Kids a World, they're given 7 days of cost-free everything that they can imagine. So if a child asks for Disney or Universal or SeaWorld, they still get everything in that wish. So every child gets 3 days at Disney, 2 days at Universal, a day at SeaWorld, front of the line access, and then everywhere within 100 miles is free. So they can go to Busch Gardens, Legoland, Kennedy, all the way down to places like Wonderworks and Ripley. So it is like an enthusiast dream. And the property welcomes over 8,000 wish children a year. And in our 33 years, we've this past year we welcomed our 175,000th wish child to Give Kids a World. So there's this great parallel between the enthusiast community who they will drive miles and miles and miles to go to these coaster events where they can understand why a child would be wishing for this. So again, with every other wish in the world coming to Give Kids a World, events just like this that you guys are helping me with by doing these podcasts, that it's spreading that awareness to help tell our story.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I love that idea. And many enthusiasts don't also know about the events that you guys host. One of those events, probably the largest event at least, is Coasting for Kids, and that is actually going on this coming weekend. But can you maybe give a little bit of detail for how those events take place and how enthusiasts can help out the village via that event?
Definitely. Yeah. Coasting for Kids is probably one of the most fun events that we do host. It started back in 2005 where the theme parks open their gates for free for a day, where for anybody who raises $100 for Give Kids the World, they're given exclusive access before the park opens to their top attractions. And then they get to stay in the park for free for the rest of the day. It started off as a Cedar Fair exclusive park in 2005, but in the past couple of years, it's expanded to allowing all theme parks to participate, so we can hit both coasts and everywhere in between. This year, we were supposed to be in 17 different theme parks. We're down to 4, but we are just absolutely blown away by the outpouring support with the coaster enthusiast community. And something that was really, really special last year about this event was it was really driven by these coaster enthusiasts. But in the last year or so, we've seen more of these wish families coming out and wanting to support our mission, but then also being able to meet the people who support them. So I traveled to 10 of those events myself last year. It was just great that the coaster enthusiasts were able to actually meet these wish families and kind of see, what they were fundraising for and how it was, what it was, what the impact they were having was. So, actually by the end of the season last year, 80% of our riders were actually wish families. This year is going to be a little bit more coaster enthusiast driven just because of the health concerns, but we're excited that we can see this hybrid event.
It is really amazing, like the way that once I was one of those people. Once I learned about Coasting for Kids and Give Kids the World, it just seems like a natural fit between it's just such a good feeling to be able to help these children that otherwise might not be able to get this experience that I love so much. It's just a great way of sharing and helping that. And it's great what you guys do. I'm curious, do you have any estimates on like how many wishes you've granted, whether it be per year or lifetime or anything like that? I'm just kind of curious, like what that number is and how many people are actually being affected.
Yeah. So it's the unfortunate reality is that Give Kids the World has a record year every single year. When we started our property, we only had 2-bedroom villas on our property, and now we have 167 2-bedroom villas, and we're continuing to add on to our property. We'll be breaking ground on 24 more sometime next year, but this past year we broke over 8,000 families that came by. And we're always at capacity right now. It's those situations when we're open, there is enough kids who are wishing for this that it's a little bit of a jigsaw to make sure that they can all come there. But one of the very coolest things that we offer at Give Kids a World is that we never do turn a child away. And we pride ourselves on being able to handle a rush wish. So if we got a call tonight, for example, in a normal scenario, they could come the next day and we could start fulfilling their wish for them. And if for some reason we were full on property, we have incredible partners in the theme park industry that they would open up their resorts for us. So Disney World will open up 6-bedroom monorail villa for us, and those families
That's
can start
amazing.
their vacation there, and then they can transition back over to Give Kids the World.
That's really awesome.
That is
It's
amazing. That is fantastic. So one of my questions that I actually thought of was, I know that the park has been closed due to the pandemic here recently, but have you guys been able to do any upgrades or renovations or any changes during this unfortunate
Yeah,
circumstances?
definitely. It's you always have to find the silver linings and everything in the situation right now,
Mhm.
and having a property wide closure has allowed us to do some capital projects that would be otherwise very difficult. There's never always attractive things, but we repaved all of our property, which is for people who know our property, we're kind of a figure eight, so shutting down any part of it makes access hard for our family. So over the last couple of weeks, we were able to do that, and just
Mhm.
a beautification project that's happening, just revitalizing everything. And there we have some tricks up our sleeves that when we start welcoming families to get into property, there's going to be some new things that are going to make the Wish even more exciting. Something that the timing was not the best. We were about to open our new Henry Starlight Scoops in the
Mhm.
third week of March. So unfortunately, we closed on a Tuesday, and the following week we were supposed to open up our brand new ice cream parlor. Because everybody knows that Give Kids World is known for ice cream for breakfast. Breakfast starts
Yeah.
at 2 o'clock at the village. So we start serving ice cream at 7:30 in the morning because we encourage all kids to eat ice cream for breakfast on their trips. So as soon as we start welcoming families back to property, they'll be able to experience this brand new facility. The problem is we just didn't have enough space. There's just enough kids that wanted ice cream that we really needed to make it a bigger venue.
Yeah.
That is
I can
amazing.
see that.
Yeah.
And have you had mentioned about Rush Wishes? Have you had many of those, and have you been able to accommodate those? Have you had any difficulties with the pandemic in dealing with that?
So we Give Kids a World, we're still able to fulfill Rush Wishes. They're not staying with us on our property, but
Mhm.
the ones that have happened have been directly. We've worked with the theme park partners to make sure that they can get down here and have their wish. The unfortunate reality, but we've already postponed over 4,000 wishes right now.
Oh,
So as soon
yeah.
as we reopen our gates, we're going to be making up. The one thing that's really incredible, our president Pam, she knows that that we're chasing time with a lot of these kids. We're striving to reemerge as fast as we can, but we have to do it safe. But our president, we send out a package to every wish child who asks for it. We should call it boxes of love, but it's just a full of board games, candy, notes, letters from us to them to tell them to keep fighting. Your wishes are right around the corner there, and then we continually send them postcards just as touch bases with them to say we're thinking about you, and we can't wait to welcome you here. So even though we're not welcoming the families today, we're still connecting with all those families that are just waiting for us to reemerge.
That's great. And I remember as a child, like, it was always exciting just getting mail, and I could imagine that just being
Yeah.
a great thing to just brighten their day. Because I'm sure
Yes.
they're dealing with so much, and like going to doctor's visits and things like that no child should have to deal with.
Mhm.
It's nice
Yeah,
that
my
they're
president said this
getting those.
best. She says that these wish kids have been in hospitals for years and they're wearing masks, and all of a sudden
Yeah.
everybody else in the public is wearing masks, and the world has stopped for them. And it's one of those things that's hard for them to understand that they've been saying everything was fine, but when others are getting
Yeah,
it's this education for them to let them know that it's there's a serious situation out there. So we hope that our reemergence is sooner than later, because we have this beautiful property. I mean, these the attractions that we have. We have 4 rides there. I mean, Zamperla Ride is an incredible partner. I mean, they've donated 2 rides to us in the last 5 years, and then Vekoma built our carousel for us 30 years ago. And then we have a train track, which what I love about our train is it's an indoor mall train that's outside, and in Florida, the wheels would melt on that train. So Macklin Corporation,
Wow.
which is incredible roller coaster wheel manufacturer, put roller coaster wheels on our train. So it's funny to watch the train go around our property because it's this bulky, kind of bigger train with these tiny little coaster wheels on there. But yeah, Macklin's over in Lakeland, Florida. They're about probably 20 to 30 minutes away from Disney property, and they have an exclusive contract to maintain all their roller coaster wheels there. And I had the incredible opportunity to go take a tour of that property, and I have a utmost respect for the industry of making roller coaster wheels. And if you ever trying to question why a Disney park ticket costs more than anybody else, the quantity that Disney maintains in a stock ready to go, nobody really does that. But they have a warehouse on their property where if something were to happen where they wanted to swap out wheels, it's not an order, it's a replenishment. They have everything ready to go there. So it's just a very fascinating process to watch how they make roller coaster wheels. But I said it's just, we got this beautiful property, and it's I said with these 4 rides, these 2 pools. I mean, we have sport courts, we have a horse corral, we have a movie theater that runs first run movies. I mean, we have holiday parties every single night on the street. I mean, so we cannot wait to hear children's laughter up and down our avenue.
That's amazing. That is amazing. So
does the train count? Does the train count as a credit?
I should put a little incline in it. I should just put like
a little bit
midway through that track. What's funny about that train track is it goes around our Amberville complex, which is kind of a FEC. It's a facility on the inside that has a lot of arcade games, has video game systems in there. Tornado, which if you remember at Jungle Cruise back in the day, you could drive around some boats that were motorized. And a lot of days in the theme parks, you can drive around like monster trucks. They donated a whole water boat thing you can drive in the water. But Universal Studios built a 7-hole miniature golf course for us out there, and there are animatronics on every single hole. So when you put it in there, all of a sudden like the dinosaur's head will go up, or it'll spit water at you, and it's a black light hole, and it's these colorful, beautiful dinosaurs. And then all of a sudden on the train ride, you look to the side, and it is a dinosaur from Jurassic Park that Universal gave us. And it's jarring to say because it's so realistic. It's the Triceratops from the beginning of the first movie that they use. And it's like beautiful purple, green dinosaurs. And then, oh my gosh, that is a Triceratops right there.
That might actually be real.
Yeah, no, you look at it, you're like, that thing looks like if this was like one of those comedy shows, like that thing's just going to come to life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's funny. We just did a big refurbishment on our miniature golf course, and we contracted. It's a company called ADK Studios. And it's funny because they're painting these bold, bright color dinosaurs for us. But what they're known for is they built the queue for Flight of Passage and Rise of the Resistance over. So they're like this company that can do the most intricate queues of all time. They're working on Guardians of the Galaxy right now over at Epcot. But then we hire them like, can you paint dinosaurs for us? And they're like, yeah, I guess.
Man, can do whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we talked a little bit about what the park is going to look like when you reopen. You discussed some of that, the things that you guys have done, some of the upgrades you guys have made. Do you have any timeline or any idea of when the village will eventually reopen? Is there any target date?
Not as of right now. I mean, the best thing is, we're consulting with the best people. I mean, we're very blessed that the president of the board for Give Kids the World his name is Jeff Volley. He's the president of Walt Disney World. So we have a lot of resources at our fingertips, and we have an incredible series of doctors from Nemours who are specialists within this industry that, we're building our operating guidelines. The big thing for us is that, we're ready to go, but we're leaning on both of our wish granting organizations and the theme park partners to take cues from them. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, our kids are high risk. So even though that sometimes it's getting a little bit better, it's just the idea that these kids would have to hop on a plane and get here. So again, we're in no rush because we want to do it right. So
that's good.
I said we think the lights at the end of it's coming. It was harder a couple months ago because Florida was not having the best trends. But every day is just looking a little bit more optimistic on our property.
That's good.
That's great. That's great to hear. Yeah.
So you said, I know earlier you said that the children can go to anything within 100 miles. Do you ever have like specific requests of a child that wants to go to another park? Like say they just have always wanted to go to Cedar Point or something like that, Magic Mountain, or, another major park that's not within
Mhm.
100 miles or in Florida. Do you ever have those wishes? And if you do, are you able to accommodate those in any way? Or is it just something that you're just logistically not able to do?
So the best way to kind of explain, so a lot of people get maybe confused, like the difference between like Make a Wish and Give Kids the World, and it's and I was
Mhm.
always kind of confused too what the difference in that relationship was. And the best way to explain it is that Make a Wish and all those wish grant organizations are the ones that actually will grant the wish, and then Give Kids the World is will fulfill the wishes. So we are the fulfillment group for those within the 100-mile range for us.
Okay.
And
I
the reason why
gotcha.
it started was 33 years ago, the wish grant organizations were not organized. I mean, our founder, Henry Landworth, he actually started the first Holiday Inn right outside of Disney property on the main gate side. And
Mhm.
then you get a call from like Make a Wish Iowa saying, hey, would you put up a child at your hotel? And then the Make a Wish Iowa would have to call Disney and Universal and SeaWorld. And it just wasn't organized, and kids were starting to pass away. It was taking months to
Yeah.
do. It was a lot of these wish grant organizations rely on volunteers also, and that's why our founder Henry said this has to be streamlined. So essentially, if you're a wish child that wishes for Disney, no matter what, you're coming to Give Kids the World because we're the fulfillment group for Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, Legoland. They all send them there. The only exception why a child wouldn't stay with us if the wish child said, "My wish is to stay at the Polynesian Resort at Disney World." Of course, they would stay at Polynesian, but
Okay.
everybody else would stay with us. But our involvement with theme parks across the country is really incredible. So when a wish child leaves Give Kids a World, they're given something called the IAPA World Passport, and over 100 theme parks in the country and FECs for 1 year. It's like the best annual pass you can have in your life. Every Six Flags, basically every theme park in
Mhm.
the country will welcome wish children for 1 year after their wish trip.
Oh,
And
that's awesome.
a
That's
big part of that
amazing.
is that a wish child might say, worlds of fun or lake compound. These theme parks like they want to be part of the wish experience too. So a child might not be specifically wishing for that, but lake compounds wants to help these families and do something for them. So
Yeah.
they step up the plate. I mean, and the impact it has with these families is that these kids have these parents have gone to hell and back. They've probably poured
Yeah.
every dollar that they have trying to find the best doctors, the best treatment possible.
Mhm.
They'll probably bankrupt themselves, or it's just put them in tougher times. So this idea for 1 year that they go to these theme parks and they get to take all the siblings with them, it really has a big impact. And I hear stories from these wish families that they will finish the wish trip with us, and then instead of flying home, they'll have this world passport and spend 7 more days driving back, picking off every theme park that they can get on the way up. So I mean, I've heard
Wow.
some people do 30 or 40 theme parks within the year. And
Wow.
places like Branson, some of these places are clusters. People who live in Pennsylvania, I mean, they got it made. I mean, there are so many theme
Yeah.
parks in those
Yeah.
states where like you can do a weekend trip, a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and pick off 3, 4, 5 parks. And
Yeah.
again, and those park partners, I mean, they're only obligated to provide park admission, and that's it. Like I know the Maurice family. I mean, they provide meal vouchers for everybody. I mean, that's a cost implication for them that they don't
Yeah.
have to do, but they
Yeah.
understand the importance of trying to be part of that wish experience for them. So, more often than not, you hear these stories. Like I'll see photos posted on our alumni groups of like they're having these private character meet and greets, and I'm just like, when did that? I mean, Sesame Place is one of the most fascinating groups to me. So up in Pennsylvania,
Mhm.
um, their vice president of operations was good friends with our Mayor Clayton character years ago when he used to live down. He used to work for. He's been moving around the Busch Gardens company, but he wanted the experience for that World Passport child to be another wish. So basically, when they use their World Passport at Sesame Place, they get the private character meet and greet, they get the dining experience, they get the reserve
Mhm.
parade
Wow.
experience.
That's awesome.
Wow. That is
It's
amazing.
just they all understand. I mean, there's something
Mhm.
about
Yeah.
the amusement industry that it's just they're the most caring people you've ever met in your life. That again, when a child wishes for our industry, I mean, everybody wants to be part of that.
Yeah.
That's
So
amazing. That's
you
great.
were saying, is it basically the the child or the family start with Make a Wish, and then it's just if the wish is basically in Florida, then they're directed to you? Is that how?
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah. Yep. So we work with 150 different wish granting organizations across the world. Because I forgot to mention that 1 in 8 wishes that we do see are international. We also take wishes from 75
Wow.
different countries. But yeah, that's how it works. So a wish organization will say this child is eligible for a wish. I mean, that means that the doctor has signed off on the paperwork and said that both they're eligible for one and that they're healthy enough to travel down to us. And then that wish organizations will partner with us at Give Kids a World, and we will work on finding the right date for the child to come down to Give Kids a World.
Okay, so you don't do that. I don't know if you'd say intake, but like you don't do that initial contact. That's done through a wish granting organization.
Yep, they grant, we fulfill.
Okay. That's
All right.
interesting. I actually wasn't aware of that. So
Yeah, me
I
neither.
learned something too.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's how the sausage is made. So it's we have a great relationship with them because also for them, we streamlined it for these wish grant organizations where when a child asks for Disney, Universal, or SeaWorld, it's a very easy wish for them to fulfill because they just call Give
Right.
Kids the World, and we go, we'll take care of it from here.
Right. And I'm sure it's probably still is a very, very high ranked wish is to go to Disney World.
Yeah.
Every other child in the world, not just the United States, wishes to come to Disney World or Universal or SeaWorld. I can't,
Yeah.
when we opened up our property, Universal wasn't even around though. It was just Disney and SeaWorld that just opened up.
Wow.
That's amazing. It's truly amazing. Well, the main way that you guys profit and get money is through fundraising, and you need people to donate. So if you're financially able, please do donate to Give Kids the World. But for people that aren't financially able to support the village, is there any other thing that they can do?
Yeah, we always say it's three things: it's give, serve, and share. And you just hit on the giving part, but the sharing is the big thing. It's having me talk on this, this podcast right here. It moves mountains for us because
Mhm.
we're the best kept secret, but that it only hinders us. We need
Yeah.
people out there to understand that there is such a demand for these wish children to come out there, and there are a lot of kids that are not getting wishes fulfilled just because there's such a great demand for them. So
Mhm.
the more that we are able to raise and spread the awareness, the more we're able to do. So just sharing the story. I mean, for people for Coasting for Kids, I mean, it's when they post about it on Facebook, when they're doing a call to action for fundraising, it's also messaging, just getting our name out there and explaining what the story is. And then as soon as we do open up again, it's the volunteer experience. We welcome over 1,700 volunteers a week on our property. I mean, on an annual basis, we have 22,000 active volunteers. So, it's
Wow.
we reserve all the fun positions for our volunteers, and all the boring positions go to staff, with the exception of me. I like to go on roller coaster fundraisers. That's a very rare niche market for that. But I mean, the volunteer experience is, people sometimes don't understand that if you're on a vacation down to Central Florida for a week, you can do one shift a year, and that's fine by us. You can do a 2-hour shift. So if you just want to come out to the property and you want to serve breakfast, if you want to be in our parade, if you want to scoop ice cream, if you want to operate an attraction, you can do that. And I think some people get a little intimidated thinking like, I have to do this long orientation, I have to commit a week. No, actually, it's funny because Universal Studios here in Orlando, they have a vacation package. It's a volunteerism package where it's 3 days on their property, but the fourth day is they come out to Give Kids a World and volunteer.
Wow.
So,
That's
Wow.
awesome.
That's amazing.
If you haven't been onto our property, I always say, find me. It's like I'm at all these coaster events.
Exactly.
The best thing I can do for everybody is to show you the property, because the size of Give Kids a World is the size of Disneyland Park. We're 84 acres. I mean, it is expansive. And
Yeah.
it is, we maintain it to pristine Disney levels that I want to show it off. We want to brag about, everyone that in the community who's making it possible. It's people just like you.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for everything you guys do. It's amazing, and I learned something again. Bob said he learned something earlier. I just learned that I can come down and volunteer. That's something that when I do come down to Florida, I'm definitely going to be checking out.
If I find that you come down and you don't volunteer, we're gonna have words.
Exactly. I will be definitely checking that out. I will definitely be volunteering when I get down.
And
To Central Florida.
I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the scoreboard right now. You're in third place right now for top fundraiser for Holiday World, so that can't go unnoticed on this podcast tonight.
Thank you. All right. Well, that is our last question. I know, Stephen, you did mention though that you had some items to give away to our listeners.
Yeah, so if I got some throwback Coasting for Kids jerseys that I know they want to find a good home. They do me no good, but they're from our Cedar Fair years. So it's the front of it's our old logo for Coasting for Kids, and then on the backside it lists all the Cedar Fair parks that participated, which Spoiler, it was all of them. And then at the bottom, it lists all the coaster clubs on the back of our shirts now. The industry now sponsors this, so I reached out to all of them last year, and this year for Coasting for Kids, our title sponsor is actually Gravity Group. They stepped up to the plate.
Wow.
But then Premier Rides is sponsoring this year, and Coaster 101. So we're stoked about all that. Last year Vekoma was our title sponsor for that, but the backside of the jersey that we're giving away tonight, it's all the coaster clubs. So if you're an ACE, Theme Park Review, Greater Ohio Coaster Club, Coaster Crew, some of them are old school logos too.
So some retro shirts there. So there's 2 of those, I believe, correct?
Yeah, and I got every size except for medium. And if you're a medium, I got last year's Coasting for Kids shirt if you want to swap it in for a medium.
So what we'll do is the first
handful of them, and somehow they entrusted me with one of the Vekoma hats that it's never been worn. It's been sitting in my office on display. But I just moved offices and it needs to find a home.
So, and then as the same thing in this week's episode, it was a pleasure to have you on. It was a pleasure to talk about the Give Kids the World Village and the Coasting for Kids event that you guys do.
I'll see you
Yes,
tomorrow.
thank you.
I think that's how it works.
I will see you tomorrow. Yep.
You won't see me, unfortunately. Just this move to West Virginia has drained me, and I don't have the energy or money, unfortunately. I'll be there in spirit, though.
So many good East Coast events this year too, but next year we will be back in numbers.
Yes. Oh, we're gonna have to make up for 2020. We'll be going everywhere for 2021.
I got this awesome auction item next year for Coasting for Kids. So right now we have a log flume on auction on eBay from Kennywood.
Yeah, I saw that.
If anyone's interested right now, it's the current price is $7,101. So that's in your wheelhouse. I don't know if I can share this, but I'm going to share it anyways. I got 2 Loch Ness front cars with the 40th anniversary branding still on the front of it.
Wow.
Oh my God. Start saving money now.
We're going to start saving money for that. Yep.
Yeah, and then they gave me 2 log flumes also. They were really competitive last year for Coasting for Kids. They were in first place until the absolute last event of the year when Kennywood beat them out. Busch Gardens Williamsburg came out swinging, and they were number 1 the entire year until the park just couldn't reopen for the event this year. So they will be back with a vengeance, they said.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's a good competition to be in, though. It all benefits something great.
It's fun. It's been fun watching Holiday World and Kennywood kind of take jabs at each other. And it's also been funny to watch Coaster 101. Andrew, he's been competing against Clint Novak for top spot and they've been the last week. Every single donation tips him first and second place, back and forth. So it's one of these weird things. I don't know who to give the plaque to. So I'm gonna have to wait until the moment the day's done to be like, we have now crowned the winner. So,
well, that's great.
Well, again, I appreciate you guys having me on the show today. It's been fun talking about this.
Yeah,
thank you for coming on. It's been great to have you on the show. Thank you for coming on.
Cool. All right, have a good night, guys.
All right, everything uploaded?
Yep, that's good. All right, Steven, thank you for coming on.
It's a pleasure, man. I'm going to go pack a suitcase. I'm always awful.
I have to pack too, yeah, but I'm going to be packing here soon as well.
I actually have to unpack.
Yeah.
My entire house or apartment.
Are you flying or are you driving?
Oh.
I am going to be flying.
Are you flying into Louisville?
I am going to be flying into Louisville.
Yeah, I know. I have a 9 a.m. flight tomorrow. I get in at 11. I am not. I'm afraid of the forecast for this event. All 3 of them, Kennywood and Lake Compounds, are talking about if they're even going to operate on Saturday. That they're all at 100% chance of rain, and then it's like I did 16 of these last year, and we didn't have rain on any of them. And
2020 just like
But
screw
it's
you.
2020.
2020 just like
like literally, I'm in 3 parts of the country. Also, it's like one of them should have a sunny day, and it's not panning out for me right now. So
Well,
I just
looks like Holiday World isn't going to be too bad.
Saturday looks better. You know, it's always my rule. My theory is that if you have bad forecast in the beginning of the week, you'll have a better day because everything will shift. But Friday's a little iffy. Or tomorrow, God dang, it's already tomorrow. Tomorrow will be iffy.
Tomorrow is going to be iffy. I mean, they said to me, I contacted them and they said that they're still planning on doing everything, even if it storms. So I'm like, all
Yeah,
right.
I talked to.
I'm sure you talked to
talked
someone
to
higher than
Leah,
I
and
did. Yeah, I just
they
talked to
said
the
that
social
this
media.
happened a couple years ago, and they were so cool. The owner said that it was a 2-hour rain delay, and they just said this event's going to last 2 hours longer now. I mean, they just
Exactly. Yep, that's what they told me.
snap
Mhm.
on. So
And I'm
That's
like, I'll even
awesome.
sign a waiver and I'll ride in thunderstorms if you want.
yeah,
I'll sign a waiver.
I don't think it's a piece of paper. Then
Yeah,
you could just
yeah.
sign your life away.
No, I don't think so either.
All right,
All
all right, guys. You guys have a great night. Okay.
You too.
You do the same. Thanks
See you tomorrow.
again.
That was great. That was very good.
It was.
And I can't believe we just did you mute the stream?
Huh?
Did you mute
Yes,
the
I
stream?
did.
All right, good. I was about to say, just be really mad.
Yeah. Don't say anything now. It's not
Yep,
muted now.
Not
But
gonna say anything.
I just cut those little like muted just when you said what was going on. So
Let's just record the end of the show and then we'll go back to the top since we're already here. Let's just get to this weekly poll. It's gonna be a long show, man.
all right.
not even
Did
a
you
long show.
Why
Like, I
don't you
don't-
why don't you
I thought we've
download
only
that?
recorded like 35 minutes worth of show, but it's been like 2 hours. I'll be right back.
I know.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get a charger for my phone. So it's dying. Poll result. Do you want to actually listen still, or do you want to?
Yeah, listen.
Okay.
Is there a way I can try just pull that up on my phone or?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to listen to Bob talk to
What? I'm talking.
play games or something.
Yep,
that's cool. I'm cool with that. All right.
better days are
Yeah, I
ahead.
need to Bob, so don't talk to me. You
What?
loser lame I want to be.
I don't talk to you. Why would I talk to you?
No,
How do
I
I
can
make
hear you.
here? Everybody's gonna want that car so bad. That car is gonna go for a lot of money.
Oh yeah, the front car of Loch Ness Monster. Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's gonna go for a lot of money.
This is what Bush Groceries gave us. The front car of Loch Ness Monster 40th anniversary edition
Holy cow! Or
for a giveaway to auction off.
oh my god!
Yeah. Logjammer at Kennywood did one. And
Yeah, I know they did.
It's still going on.
$7,000 right now. All right, let's go.
Don't tell Pam about it.
Pam's already like I'm saving.
Pam's already saving her
Pam's
money.
spending like 10K on like a Loch Ness Monster train.
Pam almost bought a seat from Volcano. I mean,
Exactly. That was like $200 though, I think, or $300.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're up like 10K now probably for this.
oh, it's gonna go for well over 10K. I bet you it goes for 20 or 30K at least.
Possibly. I mean, the whole Logjammer car didn't, but I guess Loch Ness is more well known, right?
Well, Logjammers, there's been quite there's a lot of them. They've had these auctions and people have won them. I mean, there's a ton of those. There's only there's only 3 front cars. Like there's only 3 of those in existence. So, I mean, oh my god, that's gonna what would you do with it? I don't even care.
That way, all right. Let's do the end real quick. We'll do the weekly poll, and then we'll go into that way because I know what we're doing right now. We just did that, so I can transition from that. It'll be easier to transition from that now.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna get the
Did you
polls up.
download that audio?
Not yet, but it's on my website, so it won't disappear until I think it disappears in like 48 hours. So I have.
You
48
should
hours.
probably download it just to be sure.
It's a lot of audio. I'm gonna have to. It's gonna take a while for that to download, and it's gonna mess up my internet connection.
All right. You better not lose that shit.
I can't lose if the website like crashes. Then that's the website. I can't lose it though. Like there's no way for me to lose it. Even if I close out of this tab, I can go back and it'll be there.
All right. I trust you. Maybe.
That might be the dumbest thing you've ever said. Ready?
What's the dumbest thing? Remember, every time you do that, I have to reset 2 different browsers. One for the stream and one for me.
I'm just gonna keep doing it then. I'm just
And I can't hear you while me or the live stream can't. Actually, the live stream ends up being able to hear you before I do. All right.
He's not funny.
Oh, I know. I'm not even gonna. I don't. The Wi-Fi isn't working. I'm not trying to.
Can you still hear me, Bob?
Yeah, I can hear you. Why?
Nothing. Doesn't matter.
What?
All right, here
What?
we go. It doesn't matter. I was just talking to Timmy. I didn't know if you could hear me talking. All right, you ready? I got the
Sure.
poll up. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right. Thank you so much, Stephen, for coming on again. It's a pleasure to have you on. Transitioning over to our weekly poll now for this week. The poll was, what is a ride that you had very high expectations for, they left you disappointed? Now, me and Bob definitely have those, but we're just talking about your guys this week. We didn't really think about our own because that's just too much work.
No. I have to say mine.
Okay, Bob was going to say his. I can't think of one really at the moment off the top of my head, I don't think.
Because I'm going to start a fight with everybody.
There's some that I liked, but weren't my favorite. But there's not really one that I've gone, oh, that was disappointing. I can't think. There probably is. Actually, I can think of one. Never mind. I thought of one. Retort that statement. But we're gonna read off everybody else's, and then we'll leave ours for last. So we're gonna leave the best for last because Bob said he'll start a fight. So that'll be fun to end off with. So the first response we got was just Kumba and Cobra's Curse. Busch Gardens Tampa. He listed both of those off. We got a response for Afterburn at Carowinds. We did get some. I like the ones that give descriptions of why, because those are fun. So we got one that said Bizarro at Six Flags Great Adventure. It has such a fun layout, but there's such a big rattle, and there's little forces. So he's saying it's not intense and it's a little bit shaky. Someone said Banshee at Kings Island has an extreme rattle, and the elongated elements are blah.
What? What?
I've heard that. I don't think I got a rattle at all on Banshee, but I have heard some people complain about a rattle, and I don't understand where that's coming from.
There's some people that complain about rattles on everything, so it doesn't really matter.
Diamondback had a rattle. Diamondback definitely had a noticeable rattle, but Banshee definitely was pretty smooth when I rode it. I like Diamondback still, but it just definitely had a rattle.
I don't think it has.
Diamondback's kind of known for its rattle. I mean, pretty much everybody jokes about it.
I mean, it's a rattlesnake, isn't it?
Exactly. That's exactly. It's I mean, it's not technically, but it is a snake.
Well,
so.
whatever. I don't care. Whatever.
Exactly. Whatever. We're not going to be politically correct.
Whatever.
We're not going to be politically correct.
It's a snake. It's in the same family. They all suck. I mean, the coaster doesn't suck. The snakes do.
Boulder Dash at Lake Compounds is easily one of the most overrated roller coasters out there. I've heard some good things about that ride. I've heard some okay things about it.
I've not actually heard any bad things about that ride. I've not been on it. I want to get up there, but I haven't been able to.
I did too.
Wow, that sounds like a hot take to me. I can't speak to it, but that sounds like a hot take.
It does actually. It does sound like quite an unpopular opinion. This other one probably is as well. Sky Rush. Oh boy! The second I pulled the restraint down, I knew I was in for a painful ride. The airtime was scary good, and it was by far one of the most intense rides I've ever been on. But that big butt right there, I had bruises when I got off of it. He said he had bruises.
I had bruises getting off of most RMCs. I mean, yeah, we deal with it. We're sadomasochists in a way. Like, I mean, we beat ourselves up. Like, that's what we do. That's what we do to have fun. We get on these machines designed to really make us feel like they're killing us. So,
and I feel like more as I ride more roller coasters and things, I think I will go back and ride Sky Rush and actually enjoy it. When I originally wrote it, I had that opinion, and I think I kind of was tampered by other. people saying, "Oh my God, Thigh Crush," and I think I
That's
just
the
kind of
thing.
went in with
I
that
really
mindset.
think like there is the enthusiast echo chamber, and I think Skyrush is one of the biggest victims of that echo chamber because every single person goes to get on Skyrush fully expecting to be crushed.
But I mean, I think it
And
is
it's like
impartial. I feel like if you have to, I mean, at the end of the ride, they literally lift the restraints up. I feel like that
yeah,
little
but
bit
that's
shows
not
an engineering flaw in the restraints, at least. I mean,
no, I don't
continue using these restraints. If they were such good restraints, why did they stop using them?
well, I mean, I'm not saying that they couldn't have been improved upon. I mean, that's not what I'm saying. And like I think I here's the thing. I
I
think
think the
there's a lot
restraints
of
probably
restraints
are not great.
popping up. Like that's not the only coaster like that, but that's the only coaster you hear about like, oh my god, it's the worst.
I just feel like the restraints are poorly designed. I think I would go and ride it and enjoy it a lot more than I did, but I still feel like I would think the restraints need to be improved upon most definitely, and I think Demon realized that, but I don't think that's a reason to think it's a disappointing ride though. He didn't really explain why it was disappointing. He just said it was painful. I mean, he said the airtime was scary good, and it was by far one of the most intense rides he's ever ridden. So I don't know. The next one triggers me quite a bit. Apollo's Chariot was forceless. There was no airtime. There was no forces in the valleys. To me, it felt like a huge mine train. That gets me.
I've been converted with Apollo's Chariot, but at first I really kind of thought Apollo's Chariot was kind of overrated.
The thing is, you have to ride in the back row.
That's the thing. It's pretty specific. Like there's you have to ride in the back row. I kind of always liked Diamondback better. But I think Diamondback has a wider range of fun rides. I like the seating better on Diamondback as well. I disagree with his comment, but I can actually understand it. Because if you only rode it a couple times, like I might be able to see how you could get that, especially if you didn't ride in the back seat. And I think it has good days and bad days as well. I think that's a coaster that changes a little bit from time to time as well.
Yeah, I think that's fair, but I think a lot of people it kind of reminds me of Grizzly King's Dominion. There's just a certain place you have to ride, a certain train. Not really a certain train for Apollo's, but for Grizzly, there's a certain train, and you just have to get the right ride, and it is a phenomenal ride. It's a phenomenal ride. Apollo's Chariot's a great ride, but I can understand. I guess I mean there have been days where I've ridden and I've gone, that's not what I'm used to. So there are definitely those days. Another Banshee reply. Banshee wasn't my thing because it wasn't as snappy. It wasn't his thing because it is not as snappy and as aggressive as other inverts. And Diamondback simply because it had weak airtime. I kind of agree with that statement. Diamondback.
I think Diamondback changed. But then I think it got better again. Well, the first time I rode Diamondback, oh my God, I'm telling you, I did not. Like every single hill, I was out of my seat. Like it was unreal how much airtime I got on Diamondback the first time I rode it. And then like I went back, I was like, I can't wait for this ride. And it was like, wait, what? I kind of remember there being more.
I rode it in 2017.
I think it's been running. I think like in the recent couple of years, I think it's gotten a little bit better again. So
2017, at least when I rode, I was expecting this is going to be the best B&M Hyper I've ever ridden. I liked Apollo's Chariot better than I have Apollo's Chariot ranked above Diamondback. I didn't think I thought Diamondback was good. I liked it, but it just wasn't. I was expecting, like you just said, like amazing airtime, and it just wasn't. It wasn't that. I would agree with the statement that it kind of had weak airtime when I rode. Still a fun ride, and I liked Banshee though. I think Banshee. I understand that it's not as snappy and aggressive as the older inverts.
I do agree it's not as snappy, but I think that's I don't know. I really like what it does.
Bob's in the minority where he thinks that's actually a good thing. I agree that I like the older ones where they're snappy and aggressive, but I really like Banshee too. It's my favorite. I love the inversions. I think it's intense.
Have this thing. I don't like my neck being snapped off. I don't know.
It's called being old. I think Banshee's still intense though. That's the thing is snappy and aggressive. I would agree, but there are definitely some element like that inline twist. Very intense element. So I think that even though Banshee isn't like that aggressive and snappy older invert like Montu or
It's
Alpengeist
got
or
a
Afterburn.
lot of positive G's in it too.
Yes, it
Lot of
does.
positive
That's just true as well. Lightning Racer was a ride I've seen for years rank high in people's top wooden coasters. It's easily a kiddie ride though. I even liked Wildcat more.
I agree with the Wildcat statement. The kitty ride, no. I honestly do like Wildcat better than Lightning Racer. Not by much. I think they're pretty much on the same plane. But if I had to pick one of the two, I would rather ride Wildcat. It's not a kiddie coaster. They're both really, really fun.
I like Lightning
really
Racer.
fun coasters.
Lightning Racer was good. It was a very good ride. I think it.
Oh,
it wasn't-
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Lightning Racer. I love.
No,
Lightning
I
Racer a
know.
lot, but-
I'm saying I like Lightning Racer. I thought it was fair. I thought it was good. I don't think it's one of the best GCIs. I don't think it's one of the top wooden coasters, as he stated. I don't think it's essentially or even a kiddie coaster. I don't think I could call it that. I don't think that's a fair statement at all. But
not
I mean,
at
the
all.
same thing stands for calling a polished chariot a mine train, though. So I just don't think it. I don't think that's true. But yeah, I can understand where it might not be your favorite, and I can understand liking Wildcat more. I liked Wildcat quite a bit, and that's an unpopular opinion. That could have been the unpopular opinion of last week, is liking Wildcat, because a lot of people seem to hate that ride.
I know, and they're all dumb.
All of you with your opinions, you're all dumb. Dragon Kongen at Gerard Summerland looks amazing in the POVs. Never heard of that ride. Don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Don't even. But okay, all right. Dragon Kongen looks amazing in the POVs. We'll take your word for it.
Well, we
But
can't
the
fight
ride
with
is-
you, so.
The ride is very rough in person, though.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry.
I don't.
Can't
That's pretty much all we can say. Well, no, actually, I'm just kidding. I have no idea what that ride is. So, but I would assume you're correct. I mean, maybe, there are definitely some people who call rides rough. We'll just go with what you're saying, though. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, we'll give it to you.
We got two Mystic Timbers replies. One just said Mystic Timbers, and the other said Mystic Timbers. It got me really hyped. I got really hyped for it, and it was definitely good, but it wasn't great. I don't agree with that at all. I think it's a very, very good GCI. It's in my top 15 favorite coasters.
I
wouldn't call it elite, but I wouldn't also call it good. I would say it's,
Oh, no,
it's
it's
pretty
elite.
great. It's not elite. I wouldn't say it's elite coaster.
It was the best coaster in the world until I rode Voyage, and it still remains far above my number 3. Once you get to my number 3,
All
everything's
hail
kinda close
Bob
together.
Mertz.
No.
All hail Bob Mertz. His list is the best in the world, guys.
It
I know you
is.
guys have been looking at Amusement Industry's Golden Ticket Awards for a long time, but no, it's Bob Mertz's list. That is the true list that we have to base off our opinions.
I'm not saying that. I just don't.
I
just
know.
don't, like, oh man, I don't
I
understand.
wouldn't call it
how,
elite. I wouldn't. My personal definition of elite is like the top 10 best coasters in the world. I don't think Mystic Timbers is that. But that is my thoughts. And then
I love. Oh my god, I love Mystic Timber so much. So
And
so
another one
much.
that kind of got me upset is the Beast in a Polished Chariot. I like a Polished Chariot, and I like the Beast quite a bit. So they didn't really give an explanation on that one, but that is something that I like both those rides. I think both those rides are very good. So
If you didn't ride Beast at night,
Yeah, I can actually agree with
I don't know. I mean, I still really wouldn't agree with you, but I'd swallow that a little bit better than
the
if you
first
tell
time I
me
rode Beast was at the daytime. Was during the daytime, and I was like, that was underwhelming. Then I went back later that night and rode it, and I'm like, holy crap, there it is. So it's definitely a ride that like during the day isn't going to be the greatest. It's not bad still. It wasn't bad, but it was just kind of like, I was like really looking forward to that to being this amazing ride, and it really didn't do much for me. But the thing is, at nighttime it's just on another level.
Yeah.
And actually,
I hope Orion doesn't change that. I don't know. I've been hearing different stories. I'm a little bit
Yeah.
concerned.
that's a fair.
Orion and Vortex missing, and like I'm seeing some pictures, and I'm not really sure what to think.
Yeah, I've been hearing similar, thought processes going through that as well. If that'll affect the ride, I haven't heard too much, especially because Kings Island hasn't been open that late, so no one really
Yeah.
knows.
Yeah.
Volcano the Blast Coaster was the next one. Did I enjoy the ride every time I was there? Of course I did, but it always felt way too short and incomplete to me.
No. I mean, okay, it was short, but no.
No.
It was the whole package. How can it be the whole package and be incomplete?
Yeah, I mean, I agree it's very short. And I think that sometimes waiting 2.5 hours for it got a little annoying. But
Oh no. I rode that thing. I don't care. 2 hours, I'd ride it, get right back in line. It was worth it. It was worth oh my god, I loved Volcano.
yeah, I liked
miss
Volcano
it.
a lot too. All
I
right, well,
just
let's before we go on before we get on a tangent there, let's move on. We got
no.
one.
No.
Yes, we got one. People know how much you love Volcano. I think you might have brought it up every episode that we've done.
Not every episode.
We
A
got
lot, but not every.
probably 80%. Let's just gauge it there. We got another response, and I think this one was a troll. We got T3 from our friend Timmy. He wrote in and said T3.
Timmy, we're gonna have words.
Yeah,
I know you can't talk right now.
I'll
You're
punch him
sitting
for you right now.
Yes, please do that. Those that don't know, Timmy is actually at James's house right now, still like
He's in
sitting
my
back.
bedroom.
He's sitting in the corner.
I just like to
He's
say
a-
I had no expectations for T3, and I was still disappointed.
Shut up. Go sit in timeout.
He's gonna go sit in the chair in the corner.
Yes, stay there.
All right.
Think
well,
about
the
what you've
next we
done.
got was Gold Striker, California's Great America. Said it's a great layout and an awesome pacing, but man, does that thing need some track work. So I've never ridden that.
Wait, which
Bob's
coaster?
never ridden that. Gold Striker, California's Great America.
Yeah, I don't know. Can't say much.
And I don't know. That
I'm not
looks
even
good.
really. I'm not really. I don't really know a lot about it, to be honest.
It's a GCI.
Oh well, then I know a lot. I mean, it's a GCI. It's got to be good, right?
He said it's great with some amazing pacing, but it does need some track work.
Well, if they would GCI the GCI,
Yeah, get GCI to come in and GCI retrack on a GCI.
yeah.
The next response we got is one that Bob will most definitely agree with. Rougarou. I really wanted to love this ride, but it's just too much of a headbanger.
Yep, absolutely.
I disagree with that. But I thought it was really good, but whatever.
That was the most painful coaster ride of my life until I rode Firebird.
A back row night ride on that thing, Zen ride, with just me and my friend in the train was absolutely spectacular. So I don't know what
See,
you guys are on. But
that's-
that was great.
See, that's the problem. I dislike the ride not because of the ride experience, it's because of the pain. It's such a headbanger that I can't enjoy it. I mean, there are rides that beat me up. I'll tell you, Voyage, every time I get off Voyage, I have a headache. I don't care because that thing is so much fun that it's worth it. And no, for those of you that haven't rode Voyage, let me explain. You're probably not going to get off with a headache. I have some stuff with my I have some medical stuff. We'll just leave it at that. And I get used to it, you know, but I'm just saying that like there's times where it's like it's worth it. Rougarou just isn't worth that pain. And I wish they would if they could put vest restraints on Rougarou, that may actually be an incredible ride. But just with those hard TSRs, I can't deal with it. It hurts too much. It really does. Firebird's another one.
zero.
I really wanted to.
I found
I
zero
don't know.
problems.
That's because you're hard headed.
Maybe that's it. That might be it, actually, now that I think about it. All right, well, I know Bob said he wanted to give his controversial one. I'll give mine real quick because it's not that controversial, and I don't think it'll spark an argument like Bob's will. Mine is Kentucky Flyer, Kentucky Kingdom. I really thought that was going to be a great ride. And a lot of people go, well, maybe you weren't ready for the Gravity Group experience. But I've since then ridden Switchback as EDTs, and that was a fantastic. That's like almost the same scale. It's a little taller, a little faster, but it's about the same scale ride, and that was amazing. I don't know what it was about Kentucky Flyer, but when I rode that multiple times, I'll mind you, multiple times, I did not just ride it once. I didn't think it was that. I thought it was very, very underwhelming. I was expecting some really good airtime. I barely got thrown out of my seat at any points in the ride. I thought it was kind of boring. I thought it just didn't do much for me. So that was a ride that I was like really looking forward to. All the enthusiasts were like, "Oh my gosh, Kentucky Flyer is really great," and I was even going into the thing like, "Oh, it's a family coaster." I was thinking that aspect, and it still underwhelmed me. So that's my choice.
I think I was kind of expecting a little more, but that wasn't. I still really enjoyed it. I don't think it was boring. I think it was still a ride.
I didn't think it was that good. I'm just maybe I don't know. That was just my experience. But it's crazy how me and you even rode together. It's crazy how experiences can different like that. I just didn't think it was that great. But you sat right next to me and thought it was fantastic, or you thought it was very good. It's crazy. I know I rode that. I'm gonna get a little off topic. I know I rode the SNS 40 free spins with a couple enthusiasts. I rode one in Texas, and everyone else in the train hated it, and I loved it. And it's just crazy to me how that can happen. It's just weird.
Yeah, so are you ready for this?
I don't know.
My email address is bob@coastertalkpodcast.com. The ride that underwhelmed me the most, and actually to the level of I was kind of actually pissed off, Still Vengeance.
Oh, as soon as you were about to say that, I'm like, wait, let me think about what he doesn't like. I'm like, oh my God, he's going to say it.
Now, I will say, I rode it a second time, and I got a better ride the second time, and I find it an enjoyable ride. But Still Vengeance is so incredibly overrated that, like, my first ride on Still Vengeance, I was so excited for that ride. I was so excited. I was actually nervous. Like, I don't get nervous climbing. I don't get nervous like climbing lift hills.
Like anticipation,
but
almost like so excited.
Oh, I was so nervous, and
You're,
I was
scared?
like, oh, I was like, no, not scared. I was just like, I didn't know what to expect. It was like,
yeah,
it was like that drop tower feeling where like, I'm not worried I'm going to die or anything like that. But it was like that, apprehension. And that was the first time I felt like that on a coaster. And oh my God, I was like, what is this? I came off with a headache. I was like, what? This ride did nothing for me. It was like, there were a couple really good elements, and it was just like, bleh, in the middle beat of those elements, I hated, I despised it. I was so mad that Cedar Point made me wait in line for 3 hours for that experience. And then I said, you know what? Nobody's going to take me seriously unless I at least ride this one more time. And I did it again. And okay, it's an enjoyable ride. I had fun. I'll definitely ride it again. It's fun. Twisted Timbers is so much better. Alan Schilke should not design big rides like that. He's better at the small ones. That's
I don't know about that one, Bob. I think a
know.
lot of people would disagree with you on that one.
I know. I don't care.
You ever heard of Lightning Rod?
Lightning Rod is a shorter coaster, though.
So you're talking about length, then you're not talking about size of the ride, because Lightning Rod's pretty much a hyper coaster. It's like 170 feet tall.
Oh no, we're not going to start that argument. It's not a hyper.
It's not a hyper, but I would consider a hyper by my definition, but it's not. Whatever. It's whatever. I'm not talking about that right now. I'm talking about the fact that it's a large scale, like it's a large coaster in terms of size. Maybe you want to say the length isn't that large. Are you talking about that, or are you talking about the length?
Yeah. More like ride time. Like, I don't know. It's like Alan Schilke just gets repetitive after so much, I think.
I think you are probably on the wrong medications right now, and that's okay.
Whatever.
I appreciate that. I appreciate your honesty. If you would,
I want to see. I want to see my boy Joe Drave start designing more coasters, because I think he's the one that's gonna. If I had an amusement park and I was gonna buy a new coaster and I had to choose between Alan Schilke and Joe Draves, I would pick Joe Draves hands down.
All right. Well, again,
and I'm not saying Alan Schilke's bad. He designs really good rides. Twisted Timbers is amazing. I love Twisted Timbers. He does really, really good at these, these shorter rides that just pack a punch. But Still Vengeance was just too repetitive. It just, I don't know. There's just not enough to it to make it I mean, it is still a top tier coaster. I will say that, but it's just not. It does not deserve anywhere near the hype that it gets.
I just want to state, everyone that's listening to this, I'm sorry you had to hear that. I'm sorry you had to listen to that rhetoric. And we're going to be moving on now.
No.
Next week's weekly poll. Next week's weekly poll. We talked about this earlier. SeaWorld San Antonio announcing year-round operations and all new season passes. Do you think that SeaWorld Parks should move to the season pass route? That's the weekly poll for next week. We'll discuss that on the show in next week. And that is about it for this week's episode of Coaster Talk Podcast. If you want to answer this week's weekly poll, go to coastertalkpodcast.com/poll. If you want to check us out on social media, you can do so by going to our Twitter and looking at @CoasterTalk_pod. You can also follow Bob's Twitter account @CoasterTalkBob. Facebook, you can follow us @CoasterTalkPod. Instagram, you can follow us @CoasterTalkPod. If you want to contact the show, and you might want to do that again because of that giveaway that we're doing, probably already have done that by this point in the episode. Hopefully you've already gone and inserted your name, because I'm sure a lot of people. But if you haven't, and there's still a and you can contact shirts or podcast.com. If you want to email Bob because of that awful opinion about Steel Vengeance, you can email Bob at coastertalkpodcast.com. Thank you guys all so much for listening to this week's episode of Coaster Talk Podcast. We will see you guys all next week. And I'm like, yes, we're done. And it's like, nope, we're not.
Nope, we're not done. If you're on the live stream, we're not done. We got to go do the beginning. Yeah, audio was cutting out because James was saying stuff. All right. You there? James? Hello? Hello, James? Earth to James. Earth to James. James is missing in action. I mean, I'd never say no to a GCI coaster. So, I mean, but I'd like to actually they could get a gravity group. That would be awesome. I wouldn't mind seeing a gravity group there. I think James was just so upset about my Steel Vengeance comment. He just like left. He just said the heck with us. I really don't know what's going on with him. So it's so crazy to think like this is going to be a really long show. That was I haven't been on either of those, so I can't really comment. Well, the Enterprise is missing in action. They flew too far. No, the reason why we're doing the audio only is because we had Stephen Amos on, and we're using different software to record with having a guest. It works better for us. The issue is we don't have a video feed with that, so we weren't able to integrate the video into the stream since it just wasn't there. So that's the reason why it's audio only tonight. Although, if James ever comes back, I mean, we could, well, I don't know. We might be able to just do, we still have the whole first half of the show to do. Maybe we could do that with, no, actually, because I'm streaming it. I don't have this set up, so, yeah, I don't think we'll be able to. Somebody said that they were thinking it was September 1st or 2nd. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't see anything official
Bob.
about the Six Flags thing.
Bob.
I don't know what they're going to announce though. Are they just going to announce all their
Bob.
the 2020 stuff that didn't open? I don't know. I don't get it. Oh, James' name's popped up. Does that mean he's back? Hello, James.
Everyone on the live stream hear me?
I still don't hear his audio, but he's back.
I hear me on the live stream. This is funny. But I don't think Bob can hear me.
Yeah, I don't think they did any official announcements. There were just I think it was Screamscape leaked some things. You can hear James?
I can listen to you on the live stream, Bob.
What the heck?
Yeah.
How come the stream can hear him but I can't? Hold on, let me refresh my browser, my local browser.
I like James T. Kirk. I'm a big Star Trek fan.
Are you there? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right, sweet. I can hear him now too.
Yeah, I could
That's
hear
so
you.
weird.
I could hear you on the live stream, and I could hear me too. And I'm like, but we just can't hear each other.
Yeah, I was like, I saw that. I was like, because your name popped up on my local browser, but it didn't have the line.
Yeah,
And
me too.
then-
That's exactly what happened with mine.
Then I saw Penguin say in the chat, "I can hear you, James." I'm like, wait, how's this? How's this work?
Yeah, I was like, I'm in there. I can see myself moving, and I'm like, can the stream still pick me up then? 'Cause it's recording it from my end, so it can hear me on my end.
That's so weird. I don't know. This Zencaster stuff is cool, but I think they got some bugs to work out.
Yeah, definitely. All right, you ready for the beginning of the show?
Ready to start the show?
Ready to start the show?
Oh my god, it's 20 after 11 and we're starting the show.
All right, here we go. 3, 2. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Kosher Talk Podcast. My name is James Barber.
And I'm Bob Mertz.
This episode number 87 of the show. It's August 23rd, 2020. Did you forget?
I apparently. All right, just keep it. Don't stop. Just no.
We'll just redo that. Redo that.
Go ahead, start the new one. I'll have.
Then he has to start the new. He has to refresh his tabs. All right, you ready?
All right, I think I clicked.
Remember
all
what
the
to do
buttons.
now?
Maybe. If we screw up, let's just stop and
Yeah,
stay
I
silent
gotcha.
for a few seconds. And
Yeah,
that
I
way we
gotcha.
can, because this
3,
will take forever.
2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Kosher Talk Podcast. This is episode number 87 of the show. It's August 23rd, 2020. My name is James Barber.
And I'm Bob Mertz. And there's a rumor going around that there's some flying dinosaurs.
All right, stop. We'll just take a pause. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Kosher Talk Podcast. This is episode number 87 of the show. My name is James Barber,
And I'm Bob Mertz.
and it is August 23rd, 2020.
James, I saw something on the internet about flying dinosaurs in Universal.
Wait, is
Are
it
they
the
talk-
Universal Japan one?
Well, that's the thing. You would think maybe, but apparently there were actually really flying dinosaurs in Florida.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
It was like wrapped in saran wrap. I think it was a raptor.
They were trying to act like no one would notice what that was, and they tried to wrap it up, and it's like, I mean, you could have put it in a box or something if you didn't, but it's like literally wrapped around in saran wrap, like you said, like so you can literally see the outline of the dinosaur. It's pretty apparent what this is. So yeah, they had the raptor.
It's a giant taco stand.
it's the Dippin' Dots guy. But yes, this is the flying raptor. They had transported this raptor. They didn't teleport. They transported this raptor via crane to their new Intamin coaster coming to Universal Islands of Adventure, and everyone's taking photos of it
What?
and images of it.
I never heard that
What
announcement.
new Intamin coaster coming to Universal
What are you
Islands of Adventure?
talking
I haven't
about?
heard about that. What
There's
are you?
nothing
Yeah.
going on there.
Yes, so there's an image circulating the internet around that. That's just a funny thing that we wanted to bring up before doing some actual news. But yeah, so look out for that. So again, anybody that wants to follow along with what we're talking about, go to the show notes. Any podcast hosting website that you're listening on, you'll be able to go to the description of the show and check out all the links that we have, and there'll be a link to this image in the show.
So
in
they
case you're-
can go check out the dinosaur that doesn't exist.
exactly.
Cool.
All right. All right. Well, that does it for that story. We'll get that quickly out of the way. Something that is exciting, though, is that SeaWorld San Diego announced a couple of days ago that they're doing an event called Zoo Days Bayside BBQ and Brews. And this is an event that they're doing in their park. It's just the zoo. They're allowed to operate as a zoo, pretty much. They're not allowed to operate as a park. Don't ask why. I don't know what the regulations are in California, but they are allowed to operate as a zoo. So they're going to be doing some barbecue and some beer, and they're going to be able to do some animal encounters at their event.
So
this
wait,
is-
let me get this straight. There's barbecue, there's brews, and there's animals. Where did they get that name from?
If you couldn't figure it out via me giving you the name, I had to give you that extra explanation there. Yeah, so this is August 28th through September 27th. So book your tickets now. You can go and reserve. I think this is, unlike Busch Gardens Williamsburg, even if you are a pass holder to the park, you have to pay, which kind of sucks. But I guess because they're not really operating as a park. I don't know, but yes, that is a
Wow.
thing that they have on there. It says pass members and fun card holders only have to pay $30, but
Oh,
they
that's
do have
all?
to pay. Yeah,
Just $30.
they get
That's all.
free parking though, and 50% off park
God.
merchandise.
Oh my god! Well, I got 50% off. I mean,
So they're
if you
pulling.
wanna go- you wanna go
pulling what we were kind of worried about with Busch Gardens Williamsburg a little bit, except at least it isn't canceling. It isn't canceling that extended 2021 pass, but it is making you pay on additional and you're also going to be paying for your tickets, I'm sure, still. And now you get to pay $30 if you still want to. But you're not really getting into the park. You're getting some food and you're getting to see the animal encounters. You're not
but
really
the
getting
thing is, though, if they were open, you could go in and just see the animals anyway.
yeah, that's
So
fair.
you're
But I get what they're saying is
getting
they're
into
not
the
really
park.
operating as a park at this point. So I kind of understand a little bit more. I mean, a little tiny, but I can kind of
I don't
understand if the Busch Gardens were opened up and they were like, "We're not opening up the park." It's like, come on, you're still operating rides and things, so this is technically the park. But for them, it's like a separate thing almost. It's almost like a separate event being a separate. I don't even know what to say. A separate entity is operating within SeaWorld right now because it's not really the park itself opening up. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with it, but I'm just a little bit seeing it from their side.
I don't
I'm
know.
playing devil's advocate a
It's
little bit
kinda-
there because I would be kind of upset if Busch Gardens Williamsburg did that same thing. So I'm just playing a little bit. Sorry for you guys in California.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. That's weird. I mean, I think the event sounds like a cool thing to do. If
Yeah,
you
it's a
can't
cool-
operate- I mean,
Cool idea.
sure, we'd love to ride rides, but that's not possible right now. So there's something to do. That's great. You're gonna charge me for it though, and I have a pass. I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's a little unfair. I agree. That's fair, but I was a little bit trying to play devil's advocate there. I kind of understand it. I understand it more than if Busch Gardens Williamsburg had done it, but I am still not thrilled. That's still not the greatest idea in my opinion.
Yeah, you know what I'm not thrilled about? You remember earlier this summer when I said, "Oh, I think I'm going to get a Kennywood pass," and they did something that made me end up getting a Hershey pass, which I'm actually kind of glad I did in hindsight because now that
Yeah.
I live in West Virginia, yes, I am broadcasting from West Virginia tonight.
Ooh.
Yeah, the thriving metropolis of Martinsburg, West Virginia. But yeah, so Hershey's now my home park. But anyway, yeah, I was gonna get a Kennywood pass, and then all of a sudden they were like, "Oh, by the way, if you don't buy by this Sunday, we're not going to include 2021." And I said, "Well, the money didn't transfer into my account in time. Yeah, not worth it to me." That's
Yeah.
when I went to buy Hershey. Well,
Mhm.
guess what? If I would have bought that pass, apparently now I would be getting 2021 included because
That was poor
Kennywood has.
PR. Yeah,
What?
some very
Yeah.
poor PR.
Yeah, so Kennywood is now closing after Labor Day. This will be the end of their 2020 season. And as a result, they are extending everybody's pass to include 2021.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm sure if you go and buy a pass right now, I don't know. I would hope they'd give you a 2021 pass, but I don't know.
Oh man, that'd be bad.
But yeah, so there's only a few more days that you can hit Kennywood, and the sister parks like Idlewild, Sandcastle,
yeah, yeah,
Dutch Wonderland as well. I'm not sure if Lake Compounce is in this, but I kind of have a feeling they might be.
yeah. I would think they would be.
Kennywood also will not be doing their Holiday Lights event this year. They had already canceled their Phantom Fright Nights. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I kind of get this decision, and I'm not upset for them making this decision because I think it kind of makes sense because they seem to be struggling to get people there. I think a lot of parks are. I think to me, it seems like outside of Florida, where you have tourists that just like people from the entire United States that just don't care are going to. Actually, even some of them, but I think the only park that seems to be doing decent is Hershey. They're definitely not at capacity, but it seems like they're actually functioning pretty well with the amount of people they're getting. But I mean, for Kennywood, like they had been. It seemed like they had really been struggling to get people in the park and make this, make staying open justifiable. And I think that they're probably making the right decision for them in this case. I think the Still Curtain thing is kind of hurting them too. With Still Curtain being closed, and they're just kind of like, okay, let's just cut our losses. So yeah. You have like one more weekend by the time this podcast releases to go to Kennywood, I think.
Yeah, indeed, and it's a little sad to see, but they'll be back 2021, and so that'll be nice.
Yeah,
Hopefully, Steel Curtain will be open then.
Yeah, I think there's some things in Kennywood's future. I think some things are going to be different. I don't know. I'm
Future is
curious.
bright. The future is
Yeah,
bright.
I have this feeling that something's going on with Palace Entertainment. And I think I'm hoping that it's, as long as they remember the history and the classic park feel, I think that this new management might have some ideas that are gonna be good.
Yeah,
So,
we talked
we'll see what
about
happens.
that the other week, and I agree. I think Palace has some good steps in place, and I think they have some interesting things they're going to be doing here soon. They've been making some moves, and I think they're about to show their cards and lay down their cards and see. And we're going to see what they're going to be doing. I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, as long as they figure out the season pass stuff, because they can't be doing this. They have to.
Yeah.
They have to understand that season pass holders need to be valued and
need to be
treated well. SeaWorld kind of needs to learn that too. Maybe not quite as much as Kennywood, but
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, moving on. We talked a bit about this the other week. Six Flags Magic Mountain. Neil Thurman left the park, who was the former president of the park. They have now announced that they have a replacement for him in Don McCoy. Don McCoy is a veteran of the park, of the park chain, Six Flags. He's been working there for 35 years. He served as the park president at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, and he's also served as the park president at the Great Escape property. And this is a quote from a Six Flags SVP Park of Operations, Bonnie Sherman. He said, "Don is an outstanding leader with a vast knowledge of theme park operations. He has proven a track record and a dynamic, collaborative management style that brings out the best in people. So they feel very comfortable in him. They feel like that he can deliver with this. I mean, this is their largest park, Magic Mountain, so they feel very good with him being able to run this park.
That's good. What exactly is going on with park executives right now?
I know.
They're
It
just
is weird.
going everywhere.
It seems like a lot of people are moving around right now. Most definitely.
Yeah.
More than normal. Normally it's like there's one guy and then like a couple months later there's another guy. It's been like 3 or 4 in the past month.
And they're just jumping from one park to the other. It's not like they're like taking time or like sometimes they go do something else and then they come back to a different park or something like that. It's just like they're like,
It's weird for me that Neil Thurman had been working at Six Flags for 25 years and then all of a sudden it's like, I'm going to go to SeaWorld. It's like, whoa. It just seems like a weird.
I don't know. And what's gonna I don't know. The way SeaWorld's been turning over executives, like I hope he knows what he's doing. I don't know. This is just kind of weird how people are moving around. I mean, I guess this kind of like wait, he's coming directly from Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, right?
He's coming. Neil Thurman's coming from Six Flags. Oh, you're talking about
No,
yes, he's coming directly from Six Flags at Discovery.
okay, so he's staying. So I guess that makes sense.
He's staying in the same state, yeah. But the thing
Yeah,
is, Neil
it's
Thurman
interesting.
actually came from Six Flags Great Adventure. The former president of Six Flags Magic Mountain was from Great Adventure, so he went from New Jersey all the way across coast to Six Flags Magic Mountain, which seems weird, but I mean, it is within the same chain still.
Yeah, I don't know. This is, I don't know what's going on anymore. I think they're just doing this to play with us. That's what's going on.
All the executives are just like, how can we screw with James and Bob from Coaster Talk Podcast?
Well, they're just screwing with enthusiasts.
Enthusiast.
They're like, they like starting their stories. Here's some stories for them to start.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's interesting.
they're starting some of those Coaster Boy legends. The guys on Reddit writing paragraphs as if they know, like they personally know what's going on in the chains and stuff.
Well, they talk
Oh,
to
yeah.
the Dippin' Dots guy. They know what's up.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I retract that statement. All right. Well, something that's really awesome that I saw is that in LA, they're actually doing a Stranger Things experience. It's a drive-through experience where you get to. It's a ride. It's almost like a haunted house kind of. And I would, normally I would, reside from talking about because it's not really coasters, but this is an attraction, and I think it's really awesome. And I'm a huge Stranger Things fan. I think it's a great show.
Yes, it is.
So-
It is an amazing show.
It's a drive-through attraction, and you're basically going back into the Hawkins in 1985, and you're going to get to go through this. And I guess they're going to have characters. They're going to have some of the monsters. It's not really a haunted house, but I think there are going to be some jump scares because they said it is advised that you be 13 or older. Just like when you do Halloween stuff, they always say it's advised that a 13-year-old or older does this because it could be some intense for younger children. So I think there's going to be some scares in there, but I don't think that's the main intent. The main intent is if you're a Stranger Things fan, you're going to get to go through, it's almost like a dark ride, and you're going to go see Stranger Things. And it's really awesome. And they said, as of now, it's LA only, but they are definitely up for the possibility of doing this, like almost like a traveling thing where it goes to different cities throughout the country, which would be really awesome.
This is interesting.
It's very interesting. Yes.
$60, well, $59 for 2 people in one car. That's kind of a steep price, but hopefully it's worth it. I mean,
I would
looks
imagine.
interesting.
I would imagine this is somewhat of a long experience. I mean, I've probably paid around that to do a haunted house. There's haunted houses out, and I'm sure
I
there
guess
are.
that's true.
at DC
I
and
guess,
stuff.
yeah. I guess, yeah. If you compare it to haunted houses, then yeah. See, I guess that's my thing. I don't do haunted houses, so I don't really know that market. So I guess if you look at this more on the haunted house side, I guess that makes sense.
I think it's even more. I think we're going
guess
to get
that's
some
like
scares in this, and I think if you're also a fan of the show, you're going to get some really. Oh my gosh, there's the school, and oh my gosh, there's the market that they went in, and
Yeah.
So if you're a fan as well, it's going to be almost better than a haunted house because you're going to get some scares, but you're also going to get to see the town That's really awesome.
Mind-blowing audio and visual effects. See, now that's the kind of thing that I'm in for.
And it says they're working
love
with
this.
Netflix, so that's. I
Well,
feel
I
like they're
mean,
going to be pretty serious there.
They kind of
I
have,
have to. Yeah, I know, but it says it's presented by Netflix. They could have gotten the rights from Netflix, but
That's
it's
true.
presented by Netflix. So that is pretty cool. Netflix is almost helping out with this, so I'm sure it'll be really well done.
I hope this comes somewhere on the East Coast. I would love to see this.
If I went to DC,
Um,
I would be right there.
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, like, yeah, it doesn't even have to be that close. I might drive a little bit to see this. Yeah, this is awesome. I'm kind of curious to see what it is. All right, guys, bring it to the East Coast. Come on. Coaster Talk wants to visit.
Indeed. So, something that is equally as exciting, I'm sure, for Bob, is that SeaWorld seems to be, at least with one of their parks, going the route of season passes. SeaWorld San Antonio has announced that they're going to be doing, from now on, a year-round operation as well, but they're also introducing an all-new season pass. So, pretty much
Except
you're
it's
going to
not
have...
really all new.
Yeah.
Because it was not that long ago that SeaWorld San Antonio actually had season passes.
Yeah, and then they introduced the membership, and now they're going back to the passes.
Right, which makes me think some things.
All right. Well, this all-new 2020 season pass will provide guests with unlimited access to SeaWorld for the entire 2021 season. The new product is a pass for the 2021 season and provides guests variation at any time for 12 months after activating the annual pass. With limited capacity and enhanced health and safety protocols, guests can plan their next outdoor park adventure now by purchasing the new 2021 pass. The product now, they will receive free Aquatica water park access as well, free parking, and the remainder of the 2021 season, the remainder of the 2020 season for free, all for only $79.99.
Yeah. So this is the thing. I kind of wonder if they've had a lot of pushback with the new annual passes that they introduced in San Antonio. I mean, personally, I do not like the way SeaWorld does their membership stuff. I despise it, actually. I don't like Six Flags membership. But Six Flags at least gives you the option to purchase the old season pass thing.
Yeah.
Which works for me. I want to get into the park. That's my main thing. I want to be able to just go to the park. I don't need a lot
care
of
about the merchandise benefits and
right.
food
I mean,
options.
sure, I'll take it if it's there, but I just want to be able to park for free and get into the park for free. And I would really like to be able to go to all of your parks, not just one.
Yeah. Which I don't know. I don't think that is an option yet.
It is at Sesame Place, though.
Yeah, it is at Sesame Place.
And Sesame Place also announced that all of their passes have been extended to include the 2021 season. So if you had a 2021 pass at Sesame Place,
2020.
That was a mouthful. Yeah, well, I can't talk anymore. If you had a Sesame Place season, but that is hard to say. If you had a 2020 Sesame Place season pass,
platinum pass.
No, actually, it's any of their passes, I believe. Any of their passes.
All right, I heard platinum pass, but
no, they're extended the 2021 season. So if you had a pass at Sesame Place, it is extended into the 2021 season. The fun part about this for me is that's actually where I wanted to get my SeaWorld pass, because they actually have the season passes. And I wanted to purchase a Sesame Place Platinum Pass because they have the season passes and not this annual membership crap. And the Platinum includes all of their parks. Except if you're a Virginia resident, you're not allowed to buy it. Except something has changed. I no longer live in Virginia. So, but hopefully I don't have to, I spend so much of my time thinking about how to deal with this season pass thing with SeaWorld.
See,
Like I
yeah.
still don't really know what's going on with my season pass. Like, yeah, we're supposed to get extended, but like my pass expires or my term is up in January, and I didn't want to continue paying for it. But if I
Your
cancel my
sentence is
pass,
up, right? Your
well,
sentence
yeah,
is up.
but the problem is if I cancel my pass, I guarantee you they're not going to give me my free months.
Yeah.
So what? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully I won't
wait
have
it
to
out.
purchase a 2021 pass.
Yeah.
But that's the whole thing with this annual stuff is it just keeps renewing and SeaWorld just keeps taking my money. It was designed really well on their part. They just get
Yeah,
to
it
keep
was.
taking money from me.
It was great. It did great.
Yeah, anyway, so yeah. I really do wonder though if this whole move at SeaWorld San Antonio is because there's pushback on the annual pass. Like did their pass sales actually drop when they went to
Mhm.
annual passes? And are they thinking, wait, now with COVID, like this is, we're like we can't function. We're gonna have to bring back the season passes.
Yeah.
I-
My main point of concern, or not even concern, but my main curiosity is a better word to state, is if the other SeaWorld parks will follow this action that SeaWorld San Antonio took.
Yeah, that's the other thing I'm kind of wondering is if they're like, I mean, I'd be fine. Give the option, have both.
Yeah.
I
I
still just
yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's
their
a fair.
prices are just ridiculous because they're like there's all these bells and whistles on these annual passes that people don't want. That's why there's so many people that are grandfathered in at Busch Gardens Williamsburg that are like they're refusing to give up their pass because they don't want all this extra crap. They just want to be able to go to the parks. Period.
Exactly.
That's it.
I don't need the 30% discount here and a bush buck and there, and it's just a lot of craziness. And they try to use that as a, well, that's why the price is so high, kind of like, we gotcha. That's why the price is this. That's why. But it's like, if I could choose, I wouldn't pay that much, and I would just get park admission.
Right,
It-
exactly. And SeaWorld's kind of missing out on that like they want to kind of force you to buy these extra bells and whistles, but they don't understand that there's a lot of people that aren't
Yeah.
buying it because of that.
Exactly.
That if they had the option to just buy
They'd
a
make more money,
cheap
yeah.
pass, then those people would be spending a lot more money in the parks.
Exactly. Those people would be having to buy merchandise. They wouldn't get 30% off discount. They wouldn't get 50% off
But
food.
it's
They
not
wouldn't
even
get bush
that.
bucks.
It's that
Yeah, but
when you
that
go
is-
to the park,
yeah.
you spend money. Just
I
in
know.
general.
Exactly. And I'm saying that those people wouldn't be getting also like that added discounts as well. So yes, they might not be paying for as much as a pass, but they're not going to be getting those discounts. So they are going to be spending more in total when they go to the parks to buy food and to buy merchandise.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's an aspect of it too. But I mean, I think the bigger thing is you figure like if you make Six Flags has this figured out. That's why their passes are so cheap. Make it the price of going there once, because then you guarantee that they're going to come back a couple times. Even if they come back 2 or 3 times, like it's not like every time you enter a park, it doesn't cost them money just because you entered that park. This is kind of like a free thing. Like this doesn't cost them anything to give you admission. Now, yes, there's economics behind all of this, and you have attendance records and higher attendance, and that all has to be calculated.
Yes.
But what Six Flags knows is that if you can make it such a good deal to buy a season pass, that you're going to get those people back into the parks more and more.
Yes.
And Cedar Fair kind of looks at themselves, rightfully so, as kind of a little bit more of a, I don't want to say higher class, but I guess that's what I'm going to have to say, version. So they charge a little bit more, but they also follow the same pattern of like even this reward system that Cedar Fair has started rolling out to some of their parks, I think is kind of funny. It's kind of a joke and a gimmick, but it's the right kind of thinking. It's you get points every time you go visit a park. Well, that's the whole thing. They want you to come to the parks. It doesn't cost them money for you to enter the gates. But once you're there, you spend the money. SeaWorld is just like making it prohibitive to do that.
Uh-huh.
You know, and it's like, I don't care if you have a cheap fun card, that doesn't include parking. So now you
Exactly,
have to,
yeah.
it's like, well, no, well, I don't really have the $20 to spend on parking, so I'm not going to go to the park. That costs money to enter the park. And you know, SeaWorld needs to realize this. If you make it so that you can get look at what's going on with Cedar Point and the $99 Gold Pass. They made that very accessible. I mean, granted, we didn't see the full play out of that since, you know, the pandemic happened, but I mean, this year was setting up to be a very, very busy year for them because now people have those passes. They could get in for free. And when they're there, they spend the money.
Indeed, yes. All right, well, I'm going to close it off there. We're going to move on, and we're going to have our break here. And when we get back, we have a very, very special guest coming on. So I want to get to that. And I know Bob does as well.
Yes, indeed.
All right, so we'll be right back after this break.
Yay.
Holy crap.
What?
Timmy was looking at that and he's like, oh my God, he just keeps talking and talking.
I
and
know,
talking
I'm sorry.
and talking. I'm all right. You could push.
That's
You
still
just made
still
an
is
80,
only what?
What? I said you made an 80-minute episode, so
Well, it still was only 27 minutes for that
I was
segment.
thinking it was going to be a 70-minute episode, and you got it to 80, which is good.
Well, yeah.
Goddamn. All right, guys, in the live stream. Thank you for sticking with us through that.
Yeah, guys.
I kind of
Yeah,
like this
glad
audio only. I don't like having to do a live stream with our cameras. I can like do funny stuff, and you guys can't see me.
Put your pants back on.
All right. We'll see you guys.
Yeah, thanks for joining us on the live stream. We'll see you next week.